And we're live. Might as well play the theme music for the podcast. We're here. Might as well do it, right? Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing? I figured it would be fun just to hang out and do the live thing. It's been a while. There's people waiting in the chat. If anyone wants to join the live stream, as long as you've got headphones on and you don't have speakers on for the microphone to pick it up, you can join. I'm putting the link in the chat, and it is in the description of the video as well. Let's take a look at some of the comments that are here waiting for me as we're waiting for people to possibly join. JW Jeffrey asked, do you know anything about the chug pedal Ola just came out with? And I already replied, nope. He says, I guess it's through the guitar company Solar. Ola helped design, just came out yesterday. I believe it chugs. Ola really wants stuff to chug all the time. So I bet he came out with a pedal that chugs. Does it chug the best? I have no idea. I'd hope that he come out with a pedal that chugs the best above all other pedals. I asked in the chat what I should drink. Matt Strauss says whiskey. Paul Crane says all three mixed up because I said tequila, mezcal, or whiskey. Call it rocket fuel. Well, I got myself some Japanese whiskey. I met the bottom of the bottle nearly. So I'll be surprised if I finish that off in this video, but you never know. Bill Wolf asks, is that thing from a Gwar set? You must be asking about my dinosaur ghost mask back there, if you can figure out how to point to it. That's from my band. I have a band called Dinosaur Ghost. We're trying to get back together. It's been a few years since we played, but we're trying to get back together. Cheese God says, hi, Ryan. Hello, Cheese God. Is there a church for Cheese God? I might be interested in checking out a worship service sometime to worship the Cheese God. Joe Groblinghoff says, Ryan. Yes, Joe. Rick says, hey, Ryan. Hey, Rick. Facebook user says, ahoy, my boy. What else do we have here? Wait, what is RJ in here? Oh my gosh, RJ is in the chat. Hey, RJ, how you doing, man? I miss you. I haven't seen RJ in too long. What else do we have going on here? Skooma Plug says, oops. Hi, Ryan. Sorry I'm late. How's your drink? Are you late? It feels like you're right on time. What's your favorite phaser pedal? Asks Phil Collins Hill. I have two phaser pedals that I consider my go-to options. I've got the farm pedals, a Garrick, Fly Garrick phaser, which is like a dual phaser. And then I've got the Mini Worlds from Cattle and Bread. That's the phaser, right? I've been using that one. It's fun. It's more like a, lots of options sort of phaser. But I tend to like a phaser is just kind of simple, and the Fly Garrick seems to do that for me. What else? I honestly don't use phasers a lot, though. So I don't know. Start with the Phase 90. Oh my gosh. Lauren, my wife, is in the chat. She says kombucha. I do not like kombucha. All right, I'm going to get caught up. Oh my gosh, Copel. Always pranking me with money. A $5 prank this time. All right. Okay, I'll make myself a drink in honor of Copel's prank right here. Then I'm going to skip over all the comments that I missed, and we'll just try to stay updated on them. Lauren says that I like it. I don't like it. I don't like kombucha. It's too fermenty for me. Do you want to poke in, honey, and say hi? I don't like it. I already taste it from time to time. She's threatening me with kombucha. I might finish this. That little bit took more of it out than I want. Is what good? Yeah. Come say hi. All right. Oh my gosh, here's a good question. Oh, she wants to try the Japanese whiskey. Travis Good asks, "Hi Ryan, is Fender sending you a Player Series Acoustasonic Jazzmaster?" I haven't heard anything, and when she doesn't like the whiskey, she made a face. The day that they launched, which I think was yesterday, it was a real quiet launch. And another YouTuber messaged me and was like, "Hey, are you launching one of these? I didn't hear anything about it, and I haven't seen it launches from anyone else. I didn't even know it was a thing. I'm finding about it from you." So yeah, Fender didn't do the big launch on their new Acoustasonic. Maybe a few channels did, and I just don't know about it, but I haven't looked into it. They sent me the Player Telly Acoustasonic, and it was fun. It was fine. I already have the Jazzmaster one. That's not the Player. I forget the exact model name of it, and I like it. I play it from time to time. I'm just not a big acoustic guy. Rexomatic says something about RJ. Maybe RJ's still in the chat and he can confirm this or not. RJ picked up an Eastwood LG 150T after watching your demo. Super cool guitar. Hoping to learn some 60 cycle hum surf guitar. Eastwood LG 150T. What model is that? Eastwood LG 150T. Oh, weird. I've never played one of those. I got to get a picture of this up on the stream, don't I? Let's see if I can add it in there. Present. Share screen. Okay, they changed things on here. All right, gotta click this add away here. Look at what we've got here. So RJ got one of these? Man, that's wild looking. It's kind of Moserite-y. Low stock, only 6 items left for $649. It looks like a lot of fun for $649. Look how far down the bridge is. What is this like a weird scale length or something like that? Features and specs. 24 3/4. It's not that weird. How many frets is it? I'm not going to sit here and count, but that's wild looking. Sassy Cat is here in the chat. Hey, Sassy. Does he have enough internet to chat? How are my pixels, by the way? I paid to get better internet. So I'm wondering if I'm getting better reception than I usually get. Pickups can be split or humbucker. Yeah, with 4 single coils, I imagine there's a lot of options there. Sassy Cat is rejoining with a different. Will Sassy be able to connect? Hero Glop asks, Ryan, have you seen the new Tele-Trim system from Vega-Trem? I have. I looked that up. You still have to take wood out of the guitar, right? So it's not like it's a drop-in. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about those. I think I need to see one in person. I need to like touch one at NAMM or something like that to figure out if I'm interested in a vibrato system like that for a Telecaster. It looks like a variation of a Strat Trem, but with tele saddles and like a really long like string length behind the saddle, which is interesting. Yeah, I'd really need to try one before having any sort of real opinion on it, because it looks like a totally different thing. It's a drop-in? How is it a drop-in without route? Can you add it without routing the body? How is that possible? I don't believe that you can do it without routing the body. You have to route the body to drop those things in. Okay, I guess I'm going to look up pictures of it. All right, here we go. Vega-Trem Telecaster. See what we can find on the internet. Add to stream. Here we go. You're going to watch me Google Telecaster Vega-Trem. See, look at this thing. How is it possible that this doesn't require routing into the body? I don't know how that would be possible. Show me how it works. No, look. Well, there's the Strat version. Okay. How do... Trevolutionary. Okay. Show me the whole thing so I can see what's going on here. I haven't even had a sip of my drink yet. Copel's sitting there just waiting for me to have a sip. No, there's some sort of route going on there. There's something happening. Your Telecaster intact. How is that possible? Oh, what is... Are the springs going through the string throughs? No. How does that work? Another super chat from Copel. Nice bandwidth, bro. Okay, all right. I'm gonna take my sip here. Thank you, Copel. You've super chatted twice now, and you are owed 2 sips from me. My ice has melted. This is a nice whiskey, by the way. The Suntory whiskey Tokai. I've been enjoying it. Little sips at a time here, though. I've been working on this bottle since like last Christmas. That's how quickly I go through bottles around here. It takes me almost a year. Interesting. Hieroglop says only 2 holes to fix the bridge to the body. I really want to understand this better. The V2 Teletrem is designed by and for guitarists. Oh, finally, guitar gear designed for and by guitarists. And this shows in details. For example, the tension applicable to the strings is adjustable. Thus, you can adapt the VT2 to your favorite setup, even reaching enough resistance, avoiding any kind of movement when doing double stop bending. I want to know what mechanism this is that allows it to operate. Are those just springs there, or are those screws? Okay, instruction section. Is it going to the instructions? Do it yourself. I always do. Well, usually. Well, now it's showing. Okay, all right. I don't know if it's going to... Here we go, guys. It's kind of loud, isn't it? How long is this? 5 minutes? All right, take off. Take off your old guy there. Maybe I should do this fast. Playback speed 1.75. Don't show us all the steps. Just get to the good stuff. All right. Check out those guys. Those are springs, right? I wish they would hold them up and show us and be like, hey, look at these. These are springs. because they kind of look like screws. I wonder how that works. So like if they are springs, will they like catch and kind of grind within the wood? I could probably technically try this on my Jennings Telecaster thing. It is impressive if it works. Just two new screw holes. And you have a trim on your Telecaster. All right, now getting into the nitty gritty here. I want to see it operate. Good job, it says. Oh, that's it. That is interesting. Oh, no. It's going to start over. They look like car struts, says Patrick. Maddie Wins asks, have you ever done a virtual Jeff? I only do Jeffs in real life. I don't do virtual. I actually have one in. I have a virtual Jeff in. I attached it to a guitar. I'm not going to spoil it now. I attached it to a guitar, and I will be filming that maybe next week, maybe the week after. I've got about 4 videos I'm behind on. I've got an guitar. I've got the virtual Jeff. I have another Moorer guitar, and I have that Tascam podcast studio thing that I need to film. And none of them have release dates. They're already all announced and released. I just need to get them done. So I might try to tackle those like 1 week at a time. Getting into our November here. I think that'll be my goal, to wrap all those up in November. And honestly, maybe I'll tell brands that I can't do anything. Like I want to start staggering it, like 1 paid demo a week. So I'll say November's booked up. You got to book into December now, and then into January. Craig Lee asks, virtual Jeff? Well, some people, they don't want to experience Jeff in real life. And so they log in and they experience a virtual Jeff. It's a digital wiggle stick. Oh, Maddie wins the exact same thing. It's a digital wiggle. Oh, now I can't talk. You scrambled my brain by being inside my brain at the same time as me. It's a digital wiggle stick. It doesn't, I'll say this. It's not a replacement for a true wiggle stick, for a vibrato on a guitar. It feels totally different, and it does very different things, but it's a lot of fun, and I've had a surprising blast with it. So I'm looking forward to showing off the virtual Jeff, like a virtual Zuckerberg. Yeah, this one's, I guess it doesn't have legs. It has 1 arm, but no legs. Cheese God says the only wiggle stick I have is a Floyd Rose. That's the wiggliest of wiggle sticks. So, I mean, that is top level wiggle sticking right there. I own that Zoo Way that has a Floyd Rose, a licensed Floyd Rose on it. It's very far away from being the best Floyd Rose I've ever tried, but I do have a guitar that has a Floyd right now. One day I'm going to have a guitar that I really like really, really like with a Floyd Rose, because I do like Floyds, and it's been a long time since I had one that I really connected with. My first electric guitar had a Floyd on it. Yeah, Sassy can't get on. It's all right, Sassy. Did you get the package? I'm pretty sure you ordered a pedal from me, Sassy. Did you get it yet? The buyer had the same logo as you, the same avatar as you on Reverb. So I assumed it was you, Sassy Cat. And I think it's supposed to show up today. It'd be interesting if you got it right now while you're here in the stream. Did I miss any comments? Phil McKnight was very keen on the Strat Vega-Trem. That's interesting. It was you, Sassy. Sassy, did You did get the package. He did get it. Did you open it? We packed a bunch of extra stuff in there for you. So I hope you enjoy it all. And Lauren drew a little picture on the box for you. It's underneath there. All right. Old Robert is joining. Hey, Robert. How are you doing, man? Look at that background with your lights and everything.
Yeah, it's my little display for a little bit of things. A little bit of thin the herd lately, so I had to make room for. I got that Duesenberg. It was a little expensive, so I had to cut the herd a little bit.
Do you have that handy? Can you show it off? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
How is that? Is that fun?
It is fun. Like I said, I don't know all of it, but it has a bender.
Yeah.
For 2 of the strings, and it also has its own built-in capo.
What?
You could take this and slide it, because you can see that the track, it runs right down through the center, that you can change. If you were doing open D or something like that, then you can move it up, change to your open areas, and then you continue on up. Like I said, it's all still new for me to learn on, but I had the Eastwood that was helping to try to get me involved in it, and I actually have a whole nother trim system and the bender that I'm going to put on an Eastwood, so I'm doing all kinds of modifications to it. But yeah, it's pretty.
That looks like a lot of fun.
It is, and with my hand the way it's been giving me problems lately, it's a little easier to play slide than it is to fret some other guitar stuff. So
yeah,
that's why I kind of I'm never going to give everything up, and I love still working on the guitars, but
yeah,
I just can't play them like I used to, I guess.
That's always been my plan. If my, start having trouble with my hands, and move over to slide, and or like if I lose a hand, I have this morbid thought that someday a shark's just going to bite my hand off.
Did you hear about the picture with the surfer and the shark in the background here in San Diego?
No.
During a surf competition up at San Clemente, there was a photographer that was on the beach taking a picture of the surfer, and just as he took the picture, great white shark breached in the background of him.
Whoa, no way.
If you look up shark surfer San Diego, you can probably find the picture of it.
I'm looking up San Clemente shark surfing. I wrote San Clemente twice. All right, let's try that again.
Shark surfer San Diego is where you'll be able to find it.
I think I got it. Let's add a stream and
there it was.
Oh, well, there it is.
It said it was one of those like 1 in a million pictures. He was actually taking a picture of the surfer and just happened in the background.
That's crazy.
San Onofre. Okay, San Clemente. I knew it was San something up there.
What a trick shot. And it's a good shot of the guy surfing too. Like that's you get that printed and hang it on the wall.
Well, it sure definitely doesn't want me going into the ocean.
My personal theory is that, like, if you can see a shark, it's not hunting you, so you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
The sharks you can see are the good ones.
Well, here's some more stuff that you recommended that I finally got. So
how do you like that?
I love it, but I need the surf patch. I need the surf patch. You said you were going to try to figure out how to get the patches sent, or at least try to. I'll just have to watch the video again and actually set it the way.
Yeah. I need to log into their Tonepedia or whatever it is to figure out how to share that. It's not hard though. Like you just dial in a clean amp and throw the reverb on it. It's not hard to dial in surf sounds.
Yep. Hey, I loved your modification video the other day. That was really cool.
Oh, the Harley Benton?
Yes, and I mean, just so aesthetically, it just brought out everything on there.
Yeah, it works now.
I really like the tone of it too. I didn't think it was as jangly as the Jazzmaster that you had, but I it just sounded good, just the way you had it set up with the stereo and stuff. Just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I'm honestly pretty impressed with that guitar. I've got it over. I'm looking at it. I've got it plays really great. I mean, it still plays kind of like. It's hard to say because it doesn't feel like Harley Bentons all feel like Harley Bentons. They don't feel like people try to compare like to Squire Classic Vibe or something like that. And they don't feel that way. They feel like their own brand, but quality wise, like I'd say it's a little bit south of Classic Vibe, but not too far, you know? And for the price point, like mid 100s, like,
I mean, the perfect modification platform.
Exactly.
You take $150 guitar and you turn it into something that's just extremely well playing, and get that roller bridge figured out on it.
You know what? That wiggle stick that I put on there is so subtle that I don't think it needs the roller bridge. I've been playing around with it, and it's just
stability,
like,
no problem, huh?
Yeah, I think it's fine. The strings are kind of locked into the bridge saddles. They kind of bind on it, so it's not going out of tune very easily. And it's not big dives from the bar. But anyways, hi, Paul. Paul has joined the stream.
How you doing, Paul?
We've got a really neat like diagonal thing going on here, guys. Like, here, I'll
somebody likes Gretches.
Yeah, I think everyone likes Gretches, don't they?
Everybody. I just saw a Gretsch lap steel that was just listed 12 hours ago, or now it's probably been about 18 hours ago here in San Diego. Not a bad price. If I need to start adding to the collection, maybe not.
One day I'm going to get a Gretsch. I'm still surprised I've never owned. Well, I own that baritone.
Well, you do the baritone, yeah.
Yeah, I've never owned like a semi-hollow Gretsch though, or a full hollow Gretsch. It would be fun to have one of those someday. I'll probably make it happen with Sweetwater or something like that if I really wanted to.
And I noticed that even your wall back there, I remember there was sparse pretty well, but you're starting to fill that thing up again.
I moved. I put 2 more hangers back there. Let's see if you can solo it here. Yeah. So you can see there's a 4th good. You know, there's 4 guitars on each side. So what it was is like I realized I had too much space out here, and I could bring it in a little bit. And I did it to balance it out a little bit better. But I really enjoy
the single show that you do, like you're doing right now. That kind of just fills it nicely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when Steve and I are podcasting, then it's like my head is here and his head is here, and we're both in front of the guitars, and then there's empty space in between. I could hide hangers up there and rearrange it when Steve and I podcast, but there's really no need to do that.
Yeah, question for you, Ryan.
Sure.
The Harley Benton Mosrite style thing. You haven't tried the P91, have you?
No, I only have the one that's got the humbuckers in. Where is it? Oh, it's right behind me here. I was like looking for it across from me. I really like the humbucker pickups that are in it, but they are P90 size, so you could swap them. You buy both of them and then swap the pickups, and then return one and hope they don't notice. But I like the humbuckers in it quite a bit. I don't think it came with a split. Oh, it does. It did come with a split. I haven't played it in a while. So those humbuckers, they split to single coil. And you can get a single coil tone out of them. It's not the same as a P90, but I think the humbucker one is the way to go in my personal opinion. Just a little bit more modern. And then you get the wiggle stick on it. You know, it's a Strat style trim, which isn't, anywhere near authentic for a Mosrite, but none of the models are anywhere near authentic for a Mosrite anyways. So
I don't know. See, normally I'd go for the Wang bar, but I don't know, something about the wraparound one. It's got some Ramones vibes about it.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, if you want to go more of a Ramones direction with it, then the wraparound probably is the way to go. And then just tear out one pickup and then duct tape in a humbucker. Like duct tape a strap to it, go punk rock with it. But I had that I had the Harley Benton like DC Junior style thing that was a wraparound, and it felt really great. So I imagine it has kind of a similar feel, where like the string tension's a little bit lower for some reason with wraparounds. I think just because the overall string length is shorter. I don't know if that's true science, but that's always kind of what I observed with wraparounds is the strings feel a little bit more like slappy in a fun way. That's my observation.
It's similar to the way people over wrap. It gives a different feel, even though the tension's exactly the same.
Right,
I've never
exactly.
done it myself, but
I really think it's a string length thing. Like even though there's a length of string that isn't actually in play as far as the guitar is concerned, but that length of the string changes the tension of what it would require to get up to tune or something. There's someone out there who would probably tell me that I'm totally wrong about that. Or they say, well, actually, here's the science, Ryan. Here's explaining why that works the way it does. I don't know. All right. What other questions do we have in here? I'm going to post the link again in the chat if anyone wants to join. The P91 would be a better Johnny Ramone vibe. Muso Tensei says, I've seen you play a few Airline guitars. Do you have a specific recommendation for someone who likes hi-fi cleans?
Oh,
what? Depends.
I love the Airline P3. Remember the one that you had that was the surf green?
Yeah,
and I've got the black and white one.
Yeah, I mean they're actually great guitars.
That's out in my living room right now because I was playing it last night. So
I kind of regret selling it, but I was in the same place I've been off and on throughout the years where I'm like, I just have too much stuff around. I got to get rid of something, and I was like, I just gotta get rid of this thing because I'm not playing it enough on the channel, and I have too many guitars. And it's one that I kind of wish I had just cased it and brought it out every now and then because it's such a unique guitar. And like, when am I ever going to have that again? I keep thinking if I see one that's one of the gold sparkle ones come up on the market, then maybe I'll pull the trigger on that someday and have another one. But yeah, they're really cool. I'm not totally sure what Muso means by hi-fi cleans. Like, is that a very specific reference to something, or does he just mean just high fidelity clean sounds?
Has anyone played? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, has anyone played the Map Shape Nationals? Because they had a piezo pickup in them. I don't know if that's what he's referring to.
That might be. Because, piezo, however you want to pronounce it.
Tomato.
Right. Yeah, that would give you very, very like a jangly acoustic sort of hi-fi. And that's one way to define hi-fi, I guess, is getting more of an acoustic range, an acoustic sound off of a guitar. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Hi-fi cleans maybe a Harmony Juno. Like, here's the thing. Like, I think of the cleans as coming from the rest of the rig. I don't think, like, if I try to think about the cleanest, highest fidelityest, like traditional electric guitar, then I'm going to think of just like really bright twangy Jazzmaster or really bright twangy Telecaster or something like that. Or just a Strat straight into twin reverb, but I'm not totally sure what that means.
EMGs?
Yeah, maybe EMGs are the way to go. Copel asks, can you do another pedal run, but this time a dripping wet reverb, possibly titled Ryan's Wet Dream? I mean, that'd be a lot of fun. The problem with I feel like I could get like a 60 cycle hum fuzz made and be like, oh, here's a fun fuzz. But when it comes to, or like an overdrive, I did the 50-50, which is an overdrive pedal, or like a phaser or a chorus, a tremolo, all those sorts of things, because you can do those very easily with standard analog circuits. When it comes to drippy reverb, you either have to go full spring like the Surfy Bear, or you have to get really, really intense with digital. And there's very few pedals that do that well. And so for me to, have some sort of relationship where I end up, getting a custom 60 cycle hum drippy reverb pedal made would involve either rebranding like the Source Audio True Spring or
the Soul Surfer is another one.
Which one is the Soul Surfer?
That is, oh gosh,
who made it?
SX or SGX?
Oh, you're are you talking about the Solid Gold Effects?
No. That's why I say old Robert, because he gets doing sometimes.
But UA made the Golden Reverb, which is really, really great. But man, those two boxes right there are intensely digital and not cheap to make. Like this, like making an affordable like analog style pedal in the size run that would need to be made, it's just not really a possibility. And there's people who ask all the time, like, oh, maybe JHS can make you a drippy reverb. That's not what JHS does. They don't do heavy digital stuff. So I really can't see that sort of thing happening unless there's some sort of major advancement in the future as far as like a affordable and approachable digital platform that will provide that style of sound and that style of coding fairly easily. Because it kind of seems like the companies that do it well, they have to bake a lot of R&D into the efforts for that.
The
Stereo fuzz, that
Solid Gold FX.
Solid Gold Effects.
Yes.
Right. I've tried their reverb, the Surf Rider.
Surf Rider.
Yeah, I've tried the Surf Rider.
I've got that one too.
It's more of a Benton brick kind of like clicky style of surf reverb, but it is a surf reverb. The Surfer Jets use that one exclusively, and they use it very well. Emily is here. Hey, Emily.
Emily, God, it's been so long.
She's still plugging in her microphone.
She could probably hear us, but she can't say anything, right? Yeah, ever since I started going back into work every single day again, I miss everybody's videos during the week when I'm teleworking and stuff. So
yeah, I never get to watch anyone's videos.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Hooray.
You got a way to.
Hey, Robert, it's great to see you, bud.
It's great to see you too.
It's been too long.
I've been missing you so long.
My husband said the same thing. I've been out of town.
I make videos all day. I don't have time to watch everyone's videos, but I see all my friends publish their videos, and then I'll like message them late at night and be like, hey, saw you did that video. What did you think? And I'm doing the dumb thing I hate when people do to me. It's, hey, saw your video. Saw that you had a video. What did you think of that guitar? Watch the video. I do the same thing to my YouTuber friends. Like, oh, what did you think of that? But I mostly mean like behind the scenes. What do you think of working with that company?
To be honest, like, I haven't watched your American Vintage 2 Jazz Master video, and part of it's because I'm doing my own, but I did was like, was your vibrato arm wrong?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
I have a link in my video to the correct arm. There's $17 on Amazon. So yeah, go
Amazon, not Sweetwater.
No, maybe they have one on Sweetwater, but I went straight to Amazon because it was just like 2-day and free return sort of thing, you know. But it's the right one. So, you know, but here's the thing, like Jazzmaster arms, there's a billion of them. And I don't totally trust the way they're labeled online. You know, so it's like I found one that worked and I was half expecting it to show up and just it be a completely incorrect fit. But the one that I got fit, so hopefully that link sells ones that fit. It's one of those mistakes. Like Fender sent out the wrong arm for all of those guitars.
That's amazing, and I got mine like weeks after you got yours.
Yeah, those all got packed up probably 6 months ago. Who knows how long ago they got packed up? They're not opening all those boxes to swap out arms.
You can take off the neck and kind of have a guess.
Take off the neck?
Won't they have like the date of when the body was made?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. You can have a guess of when they made it. Sassy is joining. There he is. So that's a picture that Lauren drew on the bottom of a box that we shipped to Sassy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I tell you what, you have got to let her do more of your sales listings. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
Those
well,
things went off the shelf fast.
Yeah, well, they always sell pretty quick, but I think everyone loved.
It was a blast reading those things.
It was a lot of fun, and she's like, "Are you sure that this isn't going to ruin anything for you?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "You don't think like the brand's going to get mad or if I say I don't know what this is and like it looks ugly?" I'm like, "No, they'll probably think it's funny."
Yeah.
People have a good sense of humor, and I tell you what, she added character to everything.
She did. Although there was one hiccup, and it hasn't come back to bite me yet, and I think I'm in the clear. Someone who I think isn't a viewer bought one of the Stoy pedals, and because it took me like 2 days to actually get it to the post office to ship it, I went to the post office, and when I got home and then when I was typing in all the tracking information for everyone so I could get paid everyone's money, this guy messaged me about the order, and he's like, "Oh, I want to cancel this." I was like, I just shipped it. It's
I've had that happen before too, and Reverb
It's-
was not chill about it.
I was like, "It's too late. It's already gone." And he's like, "Well, I'm going to return it right away." And I'm like, "Okay, but I already denied your return request, so you're going to have to take it up with the Reverb." And then he sent me a screen grab of the general like shop policy, and it's the default like 12-day return window or something like that. And he's like, "Is this not your store policy, sir?" And I was like, I didn't even reply to text. I went down to the part that I always click on all my ads, where it's a little part at the bottom that you can click for Reverb that says sold as is, no returns unless it shows up damaged or not as described. And that's the part that made me a little nervous, because I was like, "Oh, Lauren described it."
Uh-oh.
Who knows what it says?
Uh-oh.
But it was over a $70 pedal, and if he was going to return it, he was going to have to refund my shipping, and he was going to have to pay his own shipping. So he was going to be $20 into returning a $70 pedal. Dude, if you don't want it, just sell it local.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
why are you doing this?
I sold an Infinite Jets to someone who thought he was getting a microcosm, and I immediately was like, "Oh, my post office is about to close. I'm just going to run it down there." So we shipped it immediately, and then he like the next morning he was like, "I meant to buy the microcosm and the return." I'm like, "It's already been shipped, but my post office doesn't scan things for several days."
Oh my gosh.
So it didn't look like it. But I'm like, Reverb,
It's gone.
I'm in your movie. You have to give me some slack here. And they were like, "We'll give you the full amount back, and we'll help you relist it. We'll bump it for you for free if you just refund everything." And they were holding on. They didn't even refund the shipping. Like, why? Screw this. This guy didn't read. He didn't read it, like what he bought.
Right.
It's not my fault.
Like, you have to go through a couple steps to buy something. Like, I've bought things accidentally before. Like, I get it. Like, you're looking at a bunch of ads, you're like, which one's the best price? And then you pull up one that you think is the thing, and then you buy it.
Thinking that you just put it in the cart and it didn't actually trigger it.
But he told Reverb I shipped it after he asked for the refund. I'm like, no.
Of
Like,
course
I'm sorry,
he did.
the post office doesn't scan things right away, especially when you drop it off at like the grocery store. If I went up and was like, I need my package back, they would have said no. I don't know.
They might have said yes.
I accidentally bought a suit of armor in a drunken eBay purchase. I got into a bidding war with someone, and I was drunk, and I ended up winning it for a few days, and I was a bit frightened to tell my wife.
That doesn't sound accidental. That's not, you were just drunk and bidding on a suit of armor.
One, I can't imagine how much that costs, but I woke up one morning to an email that said, "We have shipped your wedding dress." And my what? My what now? Like, I had a wedding dress. Like, I was getting married in a few months. I was like, "It's in my closet." What are you talking? The fuck are you talking about? Davis bridle. It was my size. It looked suspiciously like the one I did end up buying from like a used, like, I don't know, store. I was panicking. Like, did I drunk buy this? I'm like, I meant to my friend. I'm like, I don't know if I was sleepwalking. I don't know if I was drunk and don't remember buying this. My friend who's a lawyer, and she's like, if you did happen to buy that drunk or while sleepwalking, you cannot sign a contract while doing either of those things. So we'll figure it out. But we figured out
that
you
doesn't
shouldn't-
work.
You shouldn't
Ultimately-
say that because that's gonna give Paul permission to bid on more suits of armor.
Ultimately,
you know, I can't sign a
what
contract
happened-
while I'm drunk, so here we
Can't.
go.
That's why tattoo shops shouldn't tattoo you. While
Or
you're
when
drunk.
you do it on your show and then do it right.
Dude, but what happened was apparently there was another person named Emily Harris who had a wedding date the same day as mine. She went to Davis Bridal, said, Emily Harris, I'm getting married, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, we have you in the system already. And
Oh
they
my
paid with a
gosh.
check. So they had no way of finding this
Does
person.
anybody, believe it or not, I think I still do one check.
What for what?
At my yard guy that comes over, he does that. He still does a check.
Yeah.
He doesn't like getting his, of course, his routing list number or routing number and stuff
He
like that.
doesn't
I said,
have-
hey, PayPal, man, dude, I do it that way,
I'll
but
do it PayPal, man.
no.
He doesn't
And-
have a little scanner thing on his mower.
Well, he shows up. He shows up every week, every Tuesday for a month. Cost me $100 for the month, and I don't have to worry about trimming anything or anything like that. And it's just we put it on a check, hang it on the post. He picks
Yeah.
it up on that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
I dated
I
a guy
used-
in college who wanted to pay for a check with our Chipotle meal with a check once, and it was really embarrassing.
I think my mom is still bitter that she can't pay for groceries with checks anymore.
Mhm.
Like, I think
Oh.
she probably can, but
She-
it's like everyone looks at you funny.
ATM stuff?
Right. How am I going to balance my debit card? Like,
Uh-huh.
where's the paper? Like, you
It's
could write
on-
it down if you want, Mom. Like, you could write it down and
It
balance it.
automatically balances for you on the
Mhm.
internet now.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know,
Like,
the
I
only
had
check-
to learn how to balance a checkbook like 3 years before they had this all figured out.
The
Stupid.
only check that I ever bounced in my life was to pay my mother. For
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. I mean, I was like 17 years old. I bought a car that my dad wanted to get rid of as my first car. So I was going to buy it. And he told me to, instead of paying him, pay Mom, because they were divorcing and we had the child support. So I put that toward as the child support.
Mhm.
And I just didn't balance my checkbook right, missing a little zero. And I thought screwed everything all up. Yeah, that was the only check I ever bounced in my lifetime, was to my mother for that car.
I had a situation where my parents wrote me a check for $100 on one of my birthdays. And it was during a time when I was still living at home and I was unemployed and really down in the dumps. I was like in between college and a job, you know, like, and so I was really down in the dumps and pretty depressed and kind of a rough time in my life. And they write me this check and I put it away somewhere and I didn't find it until like 4 years later.
Oh my god.
And it was during a time where I absolutely needed $100. I was just so down in the dumps that I just completely spaced it. And when I found it, I was like, hey, you want to write me another check? It was like, by that time I was gainfully employed. It was like, my mom seriously started pulling out her checkbook. I was like, no, mom, don't worry about it anymore. I don't need the $100 now.
My first landlord lost the first check that we wrote to them, so that was
Oh my
fun learning
gosh.
how to cancel a check. And she's like,
Right.
you can subtract the $33 from the rest of the month's rent. I'm like, thank you for being so generous. I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, well, can I charge you for my time for canceling a check?
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, you don't have to pay us for like the just subtract the fee for cancellation. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't my fault you lost the check I mailed to you.
I had to send 6 months worth of checks at a time for rent. When I first joined the military, house that I was renting was another military member, but he was in Germany. So I would send like 6 months worth of checks to him, all predated and everything like that, so that then he would just cash them at that time. And that couple times I would get lucky enough to get on a flight to Germany, and I would just take them to him and just write them out. So, but most of the time it was having to send them to him every 6 months. And the only reason why we did it every 6 months instead of a year, because next thing you know, I could have got orders and I would have had to get out of the house.
Right.
Justice Gash super chatted $4.99. So I emptied the bottle of Japanese whiskey for him. Thank you,
Jesus.
Justice. It's not that much, and there's a little bit of ice in there.
No. I went to our neighborhood tacos and margaritas place called Tacos and Beer. They mostly have beer, but the server knows me, and she's the only person to whom I've ever been able to like place an order for a drink with my eyes. It's great.
Oh,
Wow.
She's great, and I am pretty sure she poured me a double and charged me a single. I feel very good.
So you just walk up and you
Just
like
walk
look
in,
at the menu and
look
she
at-
knows.
little wink or something like that.
It's
or-
literally it was
yeah.
like it was
eyebrows up. It's time for a double.
it was a refill, and it was the first time Rick and I went there, and I kind of make eye contact with her. I look down at my drink, I look back up, and I like wink, and she winks back, and then I get another margarita, and Rick's like, "When the fuck do you order that?" I'm like, "Yeah, women can have whole conversations with their eyes. We do it on the bus all the time. You good?
So,
You need help?"
You have set subliminal messages or something like that.
Justice Gash says, "Hey, dude, sorry I couldn't hang. I need to get you imps to jam soon. Justice is behind Fuzz Imp pedals. Is it Fuzz Imp?
Oh.
It is Fuzz Imp, right?
Hey, speaking of pedals, has anybody heard from Grant and Karen lately?
I was chatting to Grant yesterday. It sounds like they're getting moved in. Like the bigger part of the ordeal is behind them, but man, like they
Good.
went. We need to get him. We need to get them on the show or in a live stream to talk about the whole thing, because they've just been going through the ringer with this move. Like, just, oh man, I feel for them. And they're working towards like making stuff again soon. And like there's things I could say I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent messages to Karen on Facebook and everything like that, and she said soon they'll get on or something like that. I just hope that they're doing okay. And
Yeah.
I think they're doing better.
Yeah. Well, Grant was living in a truck or a van or something for a while to watch a trailer.
I guess he had his moving vehicle or his moving van that had a lot of stuff in it, and he had to park the car in front of it just to make sure nobody could get into it to steal anything that was in the back. But he would have, he was living in the car, if I'm not mistaken, with the cat.
Yeah.
I feel for them on that one. Moving cross country or even a couple states over is never fun. We did like the pod kind of thing, so I felt a little bit better knowing everything was like not out in the open, but like a normal rental space, I don't really trust those.
Yeah.
It's something like you're going across country, and if you're moving into an apartment or something of that nature there, or renting a house that's already built. But I think they were in the process of having stuff built, and it wasn't quite ready.
No.
And
well, it sounds like they were promised that it was going to be done by a certain time, and then it just was not.
Yeah.
Matt from Guitar Dads is joining us. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
A little bit of a delay there.
Sorry.
Look at you, all fans. You and Emily with your Schurz.
Oh, this is just the USB one.
But still, come on, it's got that look.
Honestly, it's great.
Yeah.
It's not the look, but it's close-ish.
It's close
better than
enough.
what I was using. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the? Oh, he's got the real one. You can tell by the mount of the XLR.
What's the real one, guys?
Yeah, it's the SM7B, right?
Yeah, this is the
M7. Yes.
Yeah.
Dave, the other guy on the pod, has that one, and I think I got screwed because his sounds just every bit as good as mine.
The M7.
Yeah, he's got the.
This is an excellent microphone.
He sends me his audio every week, and I'm like, God damn it, why did I pay like whatever this thing cost?
So
But,
this right here is what I use as my overhead for all the demo videos. All it is an SM57 with this giant foam on it.
Oh,
and
is that all of it?
It just sits
Okay.
overhead, just out of shot. I watched a video of a guy on YouTube who compared an SM57 with that exact foam on it to an SM7B, and he's like, "Can you hear a difference? Because I can't." And it's like,
Dynamic
good point.
microphones are
And you know what's crazy, Ryan, is like I used to just use an SM58, and I was like, I don't know if this is the best thing. But then I was using it for the band, and I had to like leave it at the band rehearsal space. So I was like, I need something else. But this is what you YouTube people do to us. You make us buy expensive gear, but that's the whole thing. That's the whole.
I'm not making you buy expensive gear. This is like a cheap USB mic. Come on.
Hey, I make people buy cheap gear.
I'm not blaming Ryan. No, Ryan. I don't mean you. I don't mean you, Emily, either. But there's a lot of YouTubers that make you buy
with my sorry cable in there.
I physically force people to buy cheap crap, which is over and over and over again.
That's right.
And then
for losers.
And I gently persuade them to consider more expensive gear from time to time.
And then you get $2,400 Jazzmaster to demo, $50 pedal screw. It's hilarious.
That has the wrong arm. So Mike Adams has been texting me a lot because he gets sent all these guitars as people get them, and he's been complaining a lot about the American Vintage 2s as they come into him. Not
they
just
are Jason, like he got Jason's from Working Class Music, and it shipped with dings.
Yeah. Like there's some sort of big failure of the quality control at Fender right now. Like they had that big layoff. There's things happening over there. Who knows how it's affecting things? I will say, like, the core of the guitar is, once I fixed the couple issues that came with mine, it's a full delight. It's a delightful guitar. I love that guitar, and I'm gonna play it on the channel for a long time. But it did come with issues out of the box.
I immediately shook mine, and there's like obviously some solder.
No $2,400.
You're not the first one I've heard that from.
Yeah,
about the solder that was come loose or something like that, and it's just shaking on the inside.
And they're literally all the trim arm, the dings. Like that's unique to Jason, as far as I know.
Yeah, after Mike told me about the dings, I went and checked my guitar. I didn't have anything like that.
Not a single.
He had like
really
a head stocking. Yours was
actually,
dusty?
Yeah, it was really dusty. The binding.
That's unique.
Honestly, the binding has some issues. Like it's not separating, but it looks like part of it was stained, and part of it just looks really dirty. My fretboard is shipped bone dry. I'm like, oh gosh, it's so thirsty. And those were the kind of the big things with mine. Though Jason's having like literal dings in the headstock and throughout the body is shocking.
Yeah.
That is shocking. What happened? It used to be Gibson was the QC problem.
I know.
Now it's switching to Fender. What the hell?
And if Fender has been raising prices and now they're trying to be Gibson, like what the hell?
If Fender's starting to be Gibson, we're in real trouble.
This goes around in circles, you know.
Right.
Who's next?
Hire the guy. They're gonna hire the CEO that did Lee Jeans, and he's gonna take over Fender.
Levy jeans.
That was gonna be like whoever was last in charge at Bugle Boy for some reason.
Wrangler be the real
Wrangler.
Wrangler does all those things. I got the Wrangler Fender jacket with the fringe for touring. Let me tell you, that thing looks fucking awesome on stage.
That sounds awesome. Emily.
I've always wanted a fringe jacket.
You should get one.
Yeah, but then when do I wear it?
Whenever you want. But last time I was in New York, I was like thrift shopping with Emily Hopkins, and I was like this close to buying a fringe jacket. I was like, I can't do it.
Listen to that YouTube brag right there. Oh, last time I was in New York City, I was
we've been
humble brag.
Emily Harpist, and we're just walking around buying frilled jackets together.
Yeah, and then we had dinner with Ian from Collector Emitter. That's not a joke. And then I drank with Steve Selvage from the Hold Steady. It was a great night.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Emily, you're getting too big for your britches.
Yeah, she's getting famous.
I lived in
Famous.
Nashville too long. I'm bad at name checking, but no, Emma and I we were like day drinking from like noon to 5, and then we got tacos with Ian.
That sounds
Okay,
amazing.
Emily, do you want me to help put it all back into perspective for you?
Sure.
Ryan, how many subscribers have you got to your
Oh,
channel?
shut up. Stop. Yeah, but how many more years do I have in this grind, you know?
Then me or Emily Hopkins.
Oh, well, Emily's smoking all of
give
us.
Emily-
Emily Hopkins.
She's doing so good. It's
If we
awesome.
give
No,
Emily
like,
like
she
2 years,
should. No, the heart videos are brilliant. They're genius. She deserves every single sub that she gets, and the rest of us can just grind away for a decade until we can make a living.
Emily, watch out.
She and Russ are beating people off with sticks. Like, no.
Yeah. It makes me wish I played some other instrument so I could do guitar videos with some other instruments.
Emily, with that attitude, you're going to be like Rick Beato in a couple
There you
of
go.
years.
There we go.
I didn't even know you did mandolin.
Can you-
I had
Can you
no
play
idea.
Losing My Religion?
Sure can. Thanks for asking.
I imagine that's not a hard song. Like, if you own a mandolin, you're probably like, yeah, I'm tired of being asked if I can play this, 4-chord song, you know?
I have gigs.
What about-
I've
can you
gigged
play-
I've
okay,
gigged
all
with
right,
this.
forget about Losing My Religion. What about Maggie May?
No. I can play Abby K songs on this because she hired me to play
Okay.
mandolin. And
Oh,
I
very cool.
like end of fucking list. She's hey Damien.
Welcome, Damien. Cheers.
There he is.
Hey,
Hey, Damien.
This is empty. Cheers.
I
Hi.
think-
And
I
if
think
you
like
don't
that-
have a mandolin, you can always use a backpacker.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. There you go.
Does a gross Memphis double cut Les Paul copy count?
Emily's doing it for us. She's doing it. She's doing Losing My Religion.
Oh, it's going up. Going back to where it came from.
You think it's obnoxious when I went to Carter's and they had like the $300,000 or whatever it was, like the original Gibson mandolins, and I said, "Hey, can one of you guys take this out and play Losing My Religion?"
Yeah, probably did.
I think it was obnoxious. Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I did razz them when I bought my B-Bender. The one that Ryan had it on his show. I didn't realize that until they pointed it out. I bought that guitar with the clouds and the trucker ladies with the lightning butts out of the buttholes. I think it was Zach from Mythos Pedals who told me that they'd had that guitar for 3 years. So I was talking to the guy. I'm like, "Can you cut me a break on this one?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know. It has it's the custom artwork in it. It's got a B-Bender." I'm like, "Man, it's been here for 3 years." He's like, "You got me there."
On the episode coming out a week from this coming Monday, a week from Halloween, Steve and I look at a B-Bender that's local, and it's this
Get it.
parts guitar. It's out in Ramona, Robert, if you want to look it up on Craigslist.
Ramona?
It's a Telecaster with a made Mexico body, a B-Bender, a Bigsby, and a hip shot detuner on the
what?
low E.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, it's-
But I have the detuner to the D on the low E also. A Bigsby?
A Bigsby as
That's
well.
what-
Is it a Parsons style B-Bender or is it a hip shot style B-Bender?
That's
what
what
kind
you
of B-Bender
call-
is it?
It's the one with the little circle behind the bridge.
So Parsons.
Yeah, and the strap button is in the slot,
That's what you call
um,
a working man's guitar.
But yeah,
I
it's
saw
got-
an
For all
email
the
in my-
bases, hell yeah.
I saw an email in my inbox. I emailed the Parsons website about like maybe getting a different cover for the back.
Mm.
And who emailed me but literally Gene Parsons? And I was like, I'm just scared to write back.
But my debate on that guitar is it's like $2,100. It's this parts thing. It's got a warm off neck. It's a Bigsby combined with a B-Bender. How does that even work? Because the B string's not on the Bigsby. So if you're
Doesn't.
strumming and using the Bigsby, like the B's gonna be a different. It like is. I want to know what that sounds like. But then the debate
Sounds
is
really
like,
cool.
if I really wanted a B-bender, would this be a decent place to start at
It's
$2,100?
not a decent price. I paid like way less for mine.
But you got a screaming deal.
Yeah.
You got a screaming deal on your
A
B-bender.
howling deal.
Yeah.
From a member of the
A
Birds,
lightning
even.
deal.
Like that deal's never going to happen again.
Yeah,
Custom
lightning
artwork,
sale.
the pickguard autograph by Brooks and Dunn.
I should have snatched that out of your hands and
You
bought
really
it.
should have. You fucked up.
I wasn't in the right state of mind.
I wasn't either. I called my husband expecting to say Emily no. And he's like, all right.
He was like, "It's a B-bender. You got to get it." So
He's like, do you like it? I'm like, yeah.
it's better that you have it because you actually will use that in a live scenario. Well, it would be a curiosity that hangs on my wall, and I play it twice a year. You know.
No, I played it at some
Like,
country
oh, here's a
music
compressor,
somewhere.
everyone. Like, for the compressor demo that comes out.
I don't even use my regular Telecaster for compressor videos. Like, what am I even doing? You know?
Dude, I used it in the sunlight video for Old Blood Noise, and my video got featured in Andy, what's his last name? Tall boy.
Ferris?
No.
Yeah, Andy Ferris.
No. Taller.
Boy,
better
Andy.
guy.
Here's my
Taller than
clean
Andy
tone.
Ferris.
Othling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess
didn't
they
know
have
he
it,
was tall.
and I was watching him like he's quite tall.
That tall, huh?
Andy Tallman is his name. That's his.
I'm gonna Google
honor
Andy
birth
Othling height,
Andy,
but
Andy
I
Tallman.
didn't realize apparently his
Othling.
channel has like an inside joke about B-benders, and it took them like 20 minutes to realize I was actually playing a real B-bender.
I've never been able to wrap my head around like the strap pin version. Like I've tried them in stores, and I'm like, oh,
like where you pull down.
But I feel like I'm just gonna like just break it, because on stage I could never use one because A, I don't play like that, and B, I just jump around too much, and I would have things just going way out of tune, and it would be a hot mess.
You do have to be a little bit. You have to be a little gentle with it.
Yeah.
I
Can you
film
like
all my
can you
demos
adjust the
sitting
tension?
down.
What's up?
Can you adjust the tension on a B-bender?
Yeah,
I'd
can you,
imagine
make
it's
it
like-
so, yeah.
I don't know. The resident B-bendist. I'm looking up at you, Emily.
Emily's the
is-
B-bender owner, so
There is so this here just tunes it, but no, I don't think there's
Ooh.
really a great
You
way
can
to
set,
adjust
like-
the tension. You have to be pretty intentional, honestly.
Right.
It's not super loosey goosey or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
but also it's not as like I always imagined it was gonna be crazy firm and you're just gonna have to like be monkey gripping the neck. I did get to try a B-bender last time when I was at Sweetwater early this year, but I didn't have a strap on it, so I was holding the guitar and playing it while someone else manipulated the strap button.
Oh.
And it was not good playing. And then we did the reverse, and he did much better than me. Or maybe
That's
I did
nice.
better at operating the B-bender while he did better at playing. But yeah, I've never had that true B-bender experience like of using it with a strap. You know, it looks like a lot of fun.
Well, there's the strap version, and then there's the there's like another kind that's like the palm
There's it's a
one,
it's
right?
like
Yeah.
it's there's a
I don't
palm
know,
one,
I
it's
don't
another
know.
kind. I wouldn't want to use that because you kind of it interferes with other like plugins.
Sure.
It's like it doesn't make it any better than like just going behind the nut and going doo doo.
You know, meow. Yeah,
But
or just bending. But
Yeah.
it's yeah.
oh, I mean you
get
can't
that it's
bend while you're
way
playing a
different.
chord. I have a whole
Yeah, that's
like
true.
philosophy about it. But
maybe you can't bend while you're playing a chord, but
You got spider hands. You know.
no, I
Jack
can't.
Paisley
Rule.
would disagree.
I can bend while playing a chord, but it's gonna sound like a
Well,
bad
he's a-
chord.
He's Brad Paisley's a B-bender. B-bendist.
he's got a
Yeah, he's
G-bender,
got-
I
yeah.
think. I think
Or
he's got a
G-
G-bender.
Oh, is it
sorry.
G-Bender? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this
So
is the
they're-
one with
they're
the
obviously
bicentennial
different,
flag
but
on
it's
it.
the same functionality.
Yeah, my experience with specifically B-bender guitars is like it's like the Venn diagram. It's like Tellys, but it's just Telly Deluxes and Tellys with humbuckers because that's the kind of person I am.
Hmm. I haven't played this in a few days. That tune.
That thing is so cool.
Okay, I'm looking at that guitar that you were talking about,
Which one?
and
Oh,
$2,100. They
Oh,
could have
that
put a
one.
real Bixby on it instead of the licensed one.
Oh, is it
Oh!
a licensed Bixby?
It's a licensed.
Ooh.
Bixby.
Burn.
Damn, Steven, I didn't even catch that.
Yep.
honestly, Ryan, you
Robert's
can
coming
have
out
you
swinging.
can have a B-Bender installed on a guitar that you already have for way less. And I
For
think
how
it'd be
much?
happy with it. 13.
Ooh.
But then, like, you still have to get the guitar.
No, you don't. You can already have the guitar.
Wait, 1,300? Is that what you're saying, Emily? Or?
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
buy the guitar from them, and it already has a. You're saying I could get a
You
guitar with a.
You
can
can
get-
ship it to Gene and he will install it.
Okay, but you're saying just to get a guitar that has a B-Bender, I could find one for 13. You think?
No.
Oh.
That's how much it would
say-
cost to have it installed.
Yeah,
Oh,
1,300
Oh, okay.
installed.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's serious money.
And that's
Okay.
all the
So-
Well, it's
hardware.
a lot
the
of work.
It is a lot of
hardware,
work.
the routing.
But Steve and I were talking about this. Is it a lot of work?
You have to route out the whole back. of the
You got to
guitar.
do a whole lot.
You got to
of
route out like multiple parts of the guitar. You got to redo where the strap button is. You have to put another hole in there for the tuning mechanism.
That's
Ryan would do
So-
it in 20 minutes.
So
and it
the
would be
question
totally wrong.
with
I
a
would-
jill-
I own a-
with a
I own a
jigsaw and a
router.
drill.
I own a router. The famous words of every guitarist.
All right.
I own a router.
I own a router. I could do that.
myself,
Yeah, the
Call it for it.
installation.
Yeah, brother, just
The installation is $1,500 for a B-Bender. You can.
Wow.
He will install one on a guitar they already have for
How much does just the
24.
does he sell just the unit?
Hipshot does.
Hipshot does.
Like they will sell you the unit through there. I'm gonna have Nicole Loznak build me a telly with a B-Bender, and that's what she's gonna do.
How much is the Hipshot one?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
So
Hip-
my question is, what's like the least ergonomic guitar to put a B-Bender on? That's my question. And I'm thinking Flying V.
Oh, Flying V.
would be
Oh.
horrendous.
I don't
Good
know.
lord.
Flying V. Perfect.
You do it on
No.
like the bottom horns or like the bottom strap, so you like you have to like really like do that
I
rock
feel,
strap.
I feel like Flying V.
A
you need a
Steinberger.
bracket that comes up.
$400, Ryan. There's one for
$400
reverb.
for the
on
unit?
reverb.
So they're charging $900 to install it.
It's a lot of routing.
Oh my gosh.
It's not.
That's big bucks.
It's a lot of.
You put a
No,
B-Bender on a
they're
tiny-
You're also
charging-
having someone who was in the literal Eagles
Ugh,
to do it.
prop
That's
people
where it
lose their
is.
mind.
That's it.
I can see Ryan right now with his hand drill and a whole bunch of.
Listen, I could do the routing. It won't be clean, but I could do it.
Oh, my routing is not clean. It looks like a fucking wasteland. Like
I
it looks
I did my
so
first
bad.
I did my first routing job, like the very first routing job I did, it was putting it was modding a buddy's guitar, it was a telly, taking the bridge humbucker and putting in the lace sensor, what's the Johnny Greenwood
Mm.
big old that pickup. And so fun fact for those who don't know, those lace sensor like humbucker things, specifically that one, the Johnny Greenwood one, like the Telly Ultra one, doesn't fit in a normal humbucker slot, so you have to widen it up. Sweating bullets. Oh wow, my camera's like really speeding up. Oh shit.
Are you?
I'm talking that
Are you
fast.
okay?
Squirrel.
Are you
Squirrel.
okay?
Talking that fast. No, but
I love when
but
that happens.
yeah, doing that with no routing, with like no router templates, just like a bunch of masking tape, it managed to come out pretty well. It worked out really well. It came out really clean. Everything was nice and covered. Sweat everywhere. Probably cried for 20 minutes, but it worked out. It was very fun.
Yeah.
Routers are not fun. 2 out of
Craig
10.
Lee says, "I want to
Would not
see
do
Ryan
again.
install a
You should
B-Bender
do
now."
that. You get a lot of
There
views.
it is, Ryan. There's
Gets
a
so
video.
many views.
Challenge.
You
I'm-
have. Oh, you
I'm
love the
remembering
strap and
when
the
I-
Player Plus, didn't
I
you?
remember when I routed out that kit guitar, that kit Harley Benton, to put a Mustang vibrato in it, which is 2 little routes, and I had to redo it like 4 times. Not because my first route of what I needed to do was good and correct and so clean, so clean. But then I realized after routing it that the bridge in the Harley Benton kit is angled like a Les Paul bridge, like a Tune-o-matic,
Oh,
which meant that the entire Mustang vibrato was tilted in the guitar.
yeah,
And
that's
so I had to dowel the holes for the bridge and then re-drill the holes, and I screwed that up the first time. So then I had to dowel it and drill it again, and then I had to reroute the holes for the Mustang vibrato.
Oh.
The first route was so clean, and then it just turned to pulp. Like that guitar is pulp underneath the bridge unit now.
Terrible.
This
Maybe
thing.
Maybe Harley Benton will send
So this
you
one
a Telecaster style.
You want to talk about Swiss cheese? You want to talk about pulp? All
That's
this,
awesome. That thing
the
looks
neck
great.
pickup route. I had to like. Actually, I got this as a Bagley neck. Thanks.
Nice.
Ryan. This is amazing. This is my favorite
That's
guitar.
really cool.
Pretty.
But all of this underneath is just like absolute like termite dust. It's the worst. Getting everything to fit here was an absolute mess. Yeah, this guitar is. I thought about like trying to sell the body, but I can never sell the body because it's my mess up. It's my mistake, and I love
What
it.
you got to do is
If
just
someone's buying it, doesn't have to take off the card.
pour a bunch of
It'll be a nice
epoxy
surprise
resin in
later.
there and like,
No, I'm not doing
Make a
epoxy.
river-
Get out of here.
Make an epoxy.
you know, make it look like a river's flowing through it. It'll be cool.
That's right.
I made a guitar out of golf balls,
So-
mainly epoxy, but golf balls, everyone. I'm unique. Look at me.
So Damien, is that like a parts catcher you made with an aluminum neck? Is that what that is? That's
Yeah.
cool.
So the body was my college graduation present. My parents gave me $500 and said, "Go for it." And I said, "Cool, Warmoth. Here's my money." And that was like a Tele custom style build for a really long time with a Mojotone knockout, the P90 style, like P90 Tele style P90 pickup in the bridge, and then a wide range humbucker in their neck. And went through a whole bunch of stuff. I took all the finish off. It was a baritone for a while, and now it's my Converge machine. It's just my like super low tuned, just like chick, like just insane
Yeah.
guitar. It's very
I've got-
exceedingly metal.
I've
I
got
haven't
that
played an
Bagley
aluminum
neck.
guitar.
It's amazing. I love it. It's so thin, 19 millimeters the whole way down. The
Wow.
thickness is 19 millimeters the whole way down. I double checked, and there's only a few like Ibanez Wizard necks that get that thin. Most of them are like 20 or 21. Insanely cheap. Not cheap. What am I thinking? Friggin'
Expensive.
Well, that too. I had to wait a while. That was a whole bit. Because I guess like tuners were back ordered, but it's just so super thin. That's the word I was looking for.
Right.
Cheap
And there's
in
like
thickness.
yeah, I've got a Bagley neck, but they kind of sent me like a prototype where it has like this weird kind of like frosty finish to it.
It looks
not
really cool though.
It looks really cool. Here's the thing: like I went to Henning's house and they were there like 2 years in a row, and I got to try like all their guitars that they had there, and all the necks felt amazing. And it made me wonder, why does my neck not excite me? First problem is I put it on a strap body and gave it a bunch of single coils, and I realized all these Bagley guitars have these nasty high output pickups, and it just works with the aluminum. You need the output. Like you just need high output. The other thing,
That's interesting.
the frets are very present on the ends of my neck, so I need to take it to someone to have the fret. Yeah, I hear how you're reacting, and that's how I reacted when I picked up all the other Bagley necks. I was like, wow, the frets are dialed in the way I would want them. So I need to take it to someone and have the frets pulled in off the sides, because it's been a problem for me. Like I just can't. I need to do two things. I need to get humbuckers on it, and I need to get the frets pulled back. So I need to do that project, because the aluminum neck thing is so much fun. It's like a totally different feel.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
My fingers get so cold though.
No, they really don't though. They really don't though. Honestly, they keep mine at a decent temperature while I'm shredding.
Mine is actually hollow inside, and
so
I fill mine with hot chocolate and a little straw. You know?
This I have the Lawler DB in mine with a
What
one
about
neck butt,
putting
and it's
battery powered wires on there so it would
like a seat heater.
Thermal heating in the neck.
There's an ambient
California man
heat,
electrocutes himself.
heater board. Yeah.
The real issue with them is that they're heavy as sin. Like
Yes. Oh yeah, you can't use it on like. I feel like you can't use it on like a Tele or something like that, because it's just the weight is all wacky.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that I went with this.
Yeah, that's why I went with the
body
strap
shape.
body, because you have that long upper horn that it can hang a
Yeah.
little bit better off of. But even then, like it's a neck heavy Strat.
What I want to see is or what I want to do next is a parts caster concierge build with like the RD style with an aluminum neck. That would be like
I'll send you my
I
RD
love
style body.
I love an RD style. I love it.
Damien, I
Emily,
never did
Emily,
anything with
Emily,
mine.
don't tempt me. Emily, don't do
I
that.
never
to
did
me.
anything with it.
Don't put that curse on me, Ricky Bobby.
It red. I stained it red and thought, I think
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
I
don't
can't
like it.
do that. I can't. I have.
Yeah, you can.
I have too. I.
You got the same problem I do. Like every time a new guitar pops in my life, I'm like, I can't. I cannot. I have too many already.
So that's the thing. I posted about this in the Facebook group.
I'll give it to you for shipping.
Message me. I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna message you. Ah, yes.
Man.
Who do you think I am?
Yeah. Sorry. Let's get in Discord and get off.
Emily, what do you just have an RD body? Is that what you have?
Yeah.
No, this is mine. You can't take this.
Concierge, and I had big plans
Possibly
for it,
mine.
and then life happened. And now it's just like hanging in my garage.
I
I'm
would
like,
love
I
it.
don't like looking at it.
I would
I
love
had
an
a
RD. I saw one, and they just want so much for them, like the original ones from the 70s. It's insane, and I'm like, it looks so beat up, and they want like $4,000. So
that's insane.
I
The
just don't like,
there's one.
Yeah.
I just don't love the way they work, and I learned that after I started finishing one.
The standard, not the synthesizer built-in one, but there's a standard one at in Auburndale at JB's Vintage for like $2 something. I think he still wants for it, which isn't
Oh, really?
bad. Yeah,
okay.
and it's
That is
like the
pretty good.
maple
Yeah.
and blonde one. Honestly, if I was
Ooh,
gonna get
okay.
one, I would probably just go ahead and just get like a Dunnable, just get their R2 because it's like this same thing.
I'm
but,
very
like,
tempted
more-
by the Dunnable.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Dunnable
it's
stuff
more
is like,
modernized.
chef kiss.
You know, Gibson did a reissue not that long ago of it.
But those are the
hard to-
24. Those are the 24.75 inch scale length, not the 25.
That's right.
half
That's
inch,
right.
which that's
Very
the
good,
problem
that's right.
because I'm a
That's
Fender
what I
scale.
have.
Yeah, you're like, that's not a real one.
Yeah, I'm
But
a
the
Fender
Dunnable
scale
is the
length.
original.
Damien,
Cool.
I'll even send you
Yeah.
pickups and hardware.
This is like a crazy deal, Damien. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You should just take this
Emily-
deal.
Because he's one of my
Oh, damn
Patreon
it.
supporters.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up Discord.
Ah.
Hold on, I'm opening up Discord. Give me a second.
Get it out of my life.
I
want it out of
feel
my
like-
life.
is the Get Offset Discord like
Poppin'?
The-
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
poppin'.
really is.
Absolutely
Steve is all-
poppin'.
Steve is always telling me what's going on over there. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
It's like it's
It's
Patreon
phenomenal.
only, and yet it's still so hopping.
It
That's
is. It is.
crazy.
It's a hip hopping place to be. We got
Good for you
memes.
guys.
We got,
got-
so many memes.
We got gifts. We got birthdays.
We
Evidently,
have
that I
we have
missed.
hot takes, and we have
Hot takes.
contrarians.
Yeah.
We have
got
Tom
a whole
Kelly.
area
Hot
for
takes are
gear
only
talk.
Tuesdays.
It sounds like people should become Patreons just to join the group. Like
$5
maybe they
a
don't.
month, yeah. These are
Just to see the
Patreon.
memes.
We talk about alcohol and books. The books one's pretty dead to be
I
honest.
wish
So
Yeah.
this is going to make me sound like a
I only pay attention
massive.
to like 3 of them.
This is going to
and
make
the
me sound
trade
like a
book.
massive cheapskate.
Mhm.
But I feel like Patreon should give creators like friend passes with
I
other
think so,
Patreons.
too, and I think that as people who are monetized on YouTube, we should get the YouTube premium for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously, we should
Oh,
get premium.
I
It
agree
makes
with
them
you.
so much money.
They're paying us. Why don't they give
I
us
agree.
freebies?
It costs less than like
They're just
what I
trying to
make in
get-
ads in a month.
Those
They're just trying to
capitalist
get
pigs.
their money back, is what it is.
Rick and
Those
I finally got
capital pigs.
YouTube
No, wait,
Premium,
do
and
you
it makes
want
me so
YouTube?
happy.
Yeah,
Rise up.
I've got it as well.
You want YouTube
I
Premium
don't
or
like
YouTube
that.
TV.
I did the 3-month free sample of premium, and I really like no ads. I really like that. What I don't like is that a feature that people probably love is that you click away from YouTube and the sound keeps playing so you can listen to music. But when I
Yeah.
click away from YouTube, it's like, oh, I'm trying to turn this off.
Oh no!
That way I
But
know.
the problem
That's
is,
right.
Ryan, they started doing that on the regular app on the phone too. I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they?
It's
thought-
not
I
on
thought it
music.
was
Not
on
with
Fender.
music. Not with music.
Not
So
with
like
music.
podcasts. Hey, with
Other
podcasts, you can
videos
just like
though.
yeah.
'Cause
If
I'm
it's
like, I'm
music,
just-
it's
Ryan's like
like,
trying to turn. Ryan's trying to turn off the Ret Show videos.
You can even
I'm not enough of it.
like,
What are you doing in there, honey? Nothing.
No, don't look.
No, I love Red. He's the
screen,
best.
it's
Yeah, I
still
love
playing. You're like, I go away.
Yeah.
please."
See, what my problem is as a teacher, I should just get this because I legitimately waste like 30 seconds of a class period because an ad pops up.
Right.
I'm like, I don't care about
Oh,
Dove
good point.
conditioner. Like, come on, man.
You should.
Like,
It's great.
There should be an
That's a great
educator's price, you know?
there
Like
should be,
there
and
should
there
be.
should be. There really, or if
Yeah.
I just
Should
sign
be.
up with my educator email, it's just like, there you go, no ads, boom. Mwah.
Yes,
Right.
you
Give me,
should, you should
come
be
on,
able to do
YouTube.
that.
Give me a kids YouTube. Come on, please.
Excuse me, everyone. It's 2:25 in the morning here.
Oh my God.
So- all right, cheerio, everyone.
Hope you don't have to work
Bye,
Good night,
tomorrow.
Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Good morning, Paul.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
I
Good
mean-
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hardcore.
Yeah, we just switched to YouTube TV from Comcast, and that's been a blessing.
Ooh.
Is
So
it
I
good?
also-
I hear it's good.
No, it's fantastic, and the web and computer control, all that stuff works fantastic. So with YouTube Premium and YouTube TV, it covers most of our entertainment at the
Is
house.
YouTube TV like Apple TV?
Um,
Or what is it? Is it
no,
like a
it's
thing?
it's full
Like
it's like you had broadcast TV, so you have
Oh, wow.
ESPN, ABC, all the channels, local channels,
Nice.
and it's all done through apps.
Does it do the Olympics?
Yes,
Probably.
I
If
think
it's,
so.
Okay.
it's got to
There's a
be.
lot
of
It's got to be
sport.
Olympics.
That's what
Does
I'll
Does
do
it
next time.
have?
Is,
Does it have HD TV?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, it's
it
basically like,
has
hey,
most all the
it's
basic
like
channels.
okay,
that
you know
get on-
what? You know what?
Yeah.
You put the TV on. We want to talk to the TV.
yeah. We have. Can you put on some Joel from Movie Official?
We want to
and
see
then
the
we'll
TV. This is his YouTube demo. Television.
I was like so
Are you a
confused about
YouTube
YouTube
plant?
TV
Yeah.
because it's different.
YouTube
It's different
plant.
from YouTube. It's different from YouTube Premium, right? It's YouTube Premium, and then a totally other thing is YouTube TV, right? That's
Yeah.
how it works, right? Yeah.
I haven't
I'm just
watched
trying to get free
actual TV.
YouTube stuff, so I'm hoping.
Yeah,
that-
yeah. Pumping up those numbers. You're like, listen, YouTube. I got you. I'm gonna free advertising. Just give me something, please.
So I see people complain all the time, like, "Oh, I had to pay for all these channels, and now it's the same as when I had cable and stuff like
It's
that."
not.
And I
Kids are
say-
$250.
I say no. I say BS to that claim because cable was miserable. Like I
Yeah.
haven't missed cable a day in my life. Like the
Yeah.
browsing through the channels and like the thing was always super slow. It's like scroll.
And then TV guide.
Scroll.
You have to wait
Now I have
Yeah.
to just like
You have to
pick up my
wait
remote and
for
say,
the thing.
play Good Bones season 3 on HGTV, and it
Right.
does it.
I would pay, we should be paying like for the functionality. Like it would make sense to pay more than we're paying now. But listen, like I'm with Sprint. I think they're covering my Netflix right now, either Netflix or Hulu. So I'm
Yeah.
only paying for one out of pocket. Share a Disney account with my
Yeah.
sister.
I share.
Uh,
both
You
of
can
them.
share.
Yes.
You can
I
share,
share
a lot
that.
of these things.
I
Yeah.
share that Disney. I share Hulu. I share Peacock, and I share like HBO Stars and stuff with my family.
And I've
Yeah,
got
I
Peacock.
do the same.
No, I've got Paramount because Star Trek,
Oh,
obviously.
Yeah.
And then I've got Amazon Prime
Far
just
Rescue.
because I wanted the shipping. You know, I've had Amazon Prime forever because like I order a crap ton of stuff and it makes sense for
Yeah.
the shipping side of it.
It's hard
just
to
have
avoid
it.
Amazon Prime.
And
It's
here's
hard to avoid.
here's the thing. Like people compare it to cable.
It's better.
Try to cancel cable
Exactly. Yeah.
one day on a
Good
win.
point.
Last
Like
time I
when?
tried. Last time I tried to cancel cable, they kept me on the line for 20 minutes, repeating, "You know, you're going to lose a lot of panels." I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yeah.
That's
The
literally
literal
the
And
point.
these-
Spectrum will like hold a
and-
gun to your
and
head. They're like,
that-
no,
that's the-
you're not going
and the other
anywhere.
thing,
Yeah.
that's
If
right.
I want to
And
cancel
the
Netflix, it takes me literally 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
No questions
Exactly.
asked.
I
And the other
downgraded
thing-
Netflix.
yeah.
Took 30 seconds. Yeah.
The other thing with the other thing with cable is it doesn't have the competition, right? So they can raise the prices and people don't even notice. And you know all these other streaming services that's super competition now. Netflix is starting to go down in subscribers, so they're worried. No, they're not going to raise the price on you, right? Like it's
Yeah, they
Well,
got to be
they keep raising
competitive.
Netflix just
So-
raised the price though, and now they're like, you can't
They
share.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they
well,
did.
what if I
They
go on
are.
vacation?
Yeah,
you
because
can't
they're
share.
trying. It's because they're trying to because they're not.
Yeah.
It's more competitive, so they have to do something about it. But it's not as bad as cable. Like cable, one day you get your bill and it's like it went up like 20%. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing to me?
Cool. Guess I'll just deal with this. It's whatever.
And
it's
it
fine.
sucks to watch. Cable sucked to watch in comparison to streaming. Like it just
But
sucked to.
You're
like,
getting rid of the cable, and you're getting rid of all the phones. All they're going to do is just raise the prices on the internet.
Yep.
Sure.
Well,
I'm
that's
sorry. I
true.
just
We do
reminded
that.
me. You reminded me. I saw a TikTok today. I don't usually talk about TikToks. I saw this guy's like, hey, I go to stores and I buy like random VHSs, and here's one. Let's watch it together. And he puts it in. He's like, oh, this is like this is just kind of an art film, but it's obviously like the video from The Ring.
No.
And then at the end, he's like, it was actually that was pretty well put together, but it was just like that 30 seconds or so. And then like his landline starts ringing. He's like, honey, is that the landline? And the TikTok died.
The only reason why you keep your landline is for spoopy, scary monsters to call you. Woo.
As an adult,
Ooh.
as an adult human being, I'm 41 years old, lived on my own, live in my own house
Such a
that I
young-
own. I've never once paid for a landline.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Never
same here,
once.
Ryan. Same,
33.
same dude.
I'm pretty sure I have one if I plug in a phone for free, but I've never used
Yeah, you
it.
probably do. You probably do.
There
No,
are-
I
I'm the
still
same,
use one.
Ryan. I'm the same.
There
We
are
had
there are plugs for the landlines in my house, and it's like if I look at them like if you moved into a house that was built in the 1820s and there's like like there's an oil spout in the wall or something like that for an oil lantern. Like there's an oil lantern. Like I look at a telephone plug like an oil lantern. Like that's just it, you know, like,
No.
oh, isn't that quaint?
Those of you that
Well,
have one-
it used to be like, oh, it's good to have because like if something's if you don't have any
911.
power, if you don't have
Yeah,
any
reverse
power, you can't use
911.
the
Yeah.
cordless.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, 911 now can triangulate you to a very like precise.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good
I think
Yeah, now
I
they
think
can do
that's
that,
gone
but,
now. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, but like the idea
my-
was like if you had a power outage, your landline would always work,
Oh, that's
but,
a good point.
but like
That's a
the
good point.
cordless phones would just not.
right. And the rare case, like once every 3 years, we get a power outage, and that's the time when I'm gonna fall and break my neck. You know,
But like, the battery on this lasts 12 hours.
I'm gonna need to call 911. Like, and
Yeah.
honestly, like I don't talk on my cell phone. I don't talk to anyone on the phone ever. My cell
My
phone is for
mother,
texting.
Yeah.
I don't
my
want to talk to anyone.
mother,
That's true.
and
Don't
exactly-
exactly. me.
literally my friend Kyle Rickoff will
As we
call
talk to
me
each other.
instead of texting me.
That's right. That's right.
He'll be like, "Hey Emily, have you booked your flights to New York yet for the whole set?" I'm like, "No, why are you texting me?"
Yeah. This could be a text, but come on, what are you doing?
Every time I get a call, it's
I love that
absolutely a
guy.
scammer. Why? I wish I could turn off my phone.
Oh, don't get me started on those cameras.
Except
Oh,
for the
please.
time that I called you. Do you know how to get a hold of Emily?
Oh, you mean
That's funny.
when the camera was just up there?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I tell you, that was one of the memorable moments you had on your show.
It was hilarious.
We actually talked that.
Oh, I thought
Instead
that's
of,
funny,
like,
but
yeah.
I thought it was when your guitars fell off the wall. That was traumatized.
That was
terrible.
Oh, that was
traumatizing.
bad, man.
What was funny?
I remember seeing
was
Grant, and he's
all
like,
of us.
"How did you just like? How were you just so chill and relaxed?" And I was like, "I
A
don't
shock.
know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think that's
Well, what do
it
you
was,
do in
was
that moment?
shock.
You're just like, all
What
right,
do I
whatever.
Yeah.
do?" Like,
Yeah, what, are you
What am I
doing?
Oh
gonna
no.
I was like, it was like 7 in the morning. I just woke up. I was like, God,
Oh,
Didn't even get one sip
terrible.
of coffee yet.
no.
Christ, please, why?
It's like brewing upstairs. I'm trying to talk about these paranormal series guitars on like a talking head video, and I'm just trying to stage everything. I did get a relationship with Hercules stands out of it though.
Oh, nice. I love the Hercules.
Yeah.
That is definitely a thing you can spin into a working relationship. Like, hey, this happened. Who wants to sponsor like a?
So
Oh
that's,
my
yeah,
God,
so that's what I have to
they
do.
loved it. I
have
like
to
reached out
drop
to
all
their
of my
PR
guitars.
person. I was like, this happened to me, and I wish I had Hercules hangers instead. I think they'd be better. Like, oh, this is very funny.
Were those-
Like,
that'd be a
here,
great,
whatever
like-
you want. I literally send them a laundry list. They send me everything on the list. Like,
Oh my God.
wow.
That'd be like the best cold open to a video. Like something falls. Oh no! I wish I had. And then you just, like, pop in,
Hercules
like,
fans.
Hercules
The
fans.
ageless pedal shelf falling was
Yeah.
probably the worst part. Like,
Oh, no.
That's the grift as YouTubers. We do a video. We do a video about one thing, but in the middle of the video, we're like, "Gee, I wish I had this."
Yeah, that's the play. That's the play.
only
you
I
guys
had the
have.
automaton reverb to add some sense of space
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
what-
track.
This is supposed to be about an acoustasonic, but we're gonna put it through this delay pedal. Yeah.
Dude, did
Right.
you see they
How you guys
released
operate.
those Acoustasonic Jazz Master, the player series?
We
There's
talked
one
about that
video-
earlier.
Did you? There's one
No.
video on YouTube still, just one.
Who?
It is. It's very like,
Pairs.
soft. Yeah.
Right. It's just a house video. Yeah.
Is that the ones with the? Okay, the only things I've seen about those are like the Paisley ones. Is that?
No,
what-
no,
Oh,
that's
or
the
that's just like a
custom
different
shop.
thing.
That's the custom
Oh.
shop. No, they just kind of soft released these
fancy.
and didn't tell anybody about
I
it.
don't-
Didn't send it to anybody. I'm like,
don't
well,
really
I
care
didn't,
about
I didn't want
acoustics.
one, but also like, you, nobody.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
Would
want
be
this to
cool,
sound
but-
the way people are going to interpret it, but I'm kind of relieved they didn't hit me up for one. I didn't
I'm-
hit anyone up, but it's because
Oh,
I've
I
already
don't.
done 3 of them.
You did
I just
3? I
had
thought you
this,
did 2. I've
I
only
had-
done 2. I did the Jazzmaster American and the Telly player.
Maybe it just feels like I've done 3. I did 2, maybe.
I think
I
you
had
did
to laugh,
too,
Ryan,
because
because
I
I
think
still
I
think-
have both of.
You have the
I have the
player
white one. but
Telly,
I have the telly. Yep.
and
I
I
like
did
the
the Jazz
Jazzmaster.
Master. Did I
have
not
the
do?
Jazzmaster.
Did I
You
not
didn't
do one of the
do-
other Tellys? Okay, you're right. I didn't. I did 2.
So,
Ryan, you
But,
did
like-
the original one with the pancakes. That was
Right,
the most
right.
classic
Yeah.
video ever.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
did
that
that,
was
but I
the
didn't have
nail.
one in my hands. But
Yeah.
I already have the Jazz Master. Then I did the Telly. It's like they're kind of the same thing, just a different shape. Like,
yeah, exactly. What's the
Well,
difference?
the player I think is better because of the 9-volt situation. If you
I
actually play the
will
guitar
agree.
on tour,
Yeah.
you would rather
Oh.
like you're not gonna try to find a place to plug in the USB to charge it. No, you're gonna use the 9-volt.
I have
like,
a lot of
if
battery
they-
bricks.
If they'd hit me up for the Jazzmaster, I'd have been stoked. I'd given the Telly to somebody.
The thing with the
Right.
battery brick though, because I thought about that too. Like, oh, you just have a battery brick. I feel like when you're on if you're on tour, that's like not something that you're super prioritizing
Charging stuff.
charging to. Like,
Never.
all my,
Absolutely never.
all my friends who tour, it's like they're already crammed enough. Like I don't like they already. have
Sometimes you're
enough
getting
stuff
to that.
plugged in.
Sometimes you were rolling up to the venue 30 minutes late for sound check.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like
Right.
and you're like, oh, sorry guys, I
Yeah,
gotta charge
yeah.
my guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Door.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
really sorry.
You have to charge my guitar.
Ooh, no.
You're like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
No, you gotta
Is
speak
it-
now.
Does anybody
Those
have
are like-
a USB?
The
Yeah,
equivalent,
like
to,
a USB.
What?
the equivalent to this
microwave.
is like a DJ setting up like all his stuff, and then the show starts, and like he gets a beat going, and then he has to kill it all. It's, hey, sorry guys, the battery went bad on my Magic Mouse, so I need to plug it in for like 5 minutes. It'll quick
wait.
charge in like
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes, and then like
Oh,
I can
do they
do like
have-
half an hour. You know.
Oh, do
No,
they
if
have,
you're touring-
two triple A's? Anyone in the audience? 2 triple A's? No, my
If you're-
mouth. Oh shit.
If you're touring to the point where you like are touring with Acoustasonic, you're probably already charging your belt pack for your IEM and wireless systems.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good
that's
point.
enough to charge. Like you're out of bricks.
But the other argument is that you're already charging something. You just add it to the list of things you're charging.
Well, is
I have an
space,
old school
is a space
IEM.
thing.
It still
Yeah, but
takes
9 volts
double
take up
A.
space too. But the I think the argument for 9 volts is that you can stop in it
Ooh.
at any gas
any
station.
store, gas
Yeah,
station,
you can.
another
run
one
into
up.
CVS,
They'll have
off
them in the
the-
office, but like
the
I already have to
sound
charge
guy
this
will have
thing.
it. The sound guy at the venue will have a 9 volt, and he'll roll his
Yeah.
9
eyes, but
volts
he'll
are
still
easy to
have
come
one.
Yeah, you-
by. Yes.
Oh,
John
yeah.
in the.
I
in the
mean, look at
comments,
all
yeah.
the pedals that take the 9-volt battery as well. I mean, you're gonna
Yeah,
have
but no one
9-volt
actually
pedals.
uses 9 volts in
Yeah,
their
you-
pedals anymore.
The batteries you can get like a 3-pack or a 4 or however many packs and just throw it in.
But
your
you
case
can
and
also
have it there.
buy power bricks at gas stations now.
Yeah, those little 10,000 milliamp.
The
things.
pre
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah. They'll
70%
charge it up.
charged already.
Just duct tape it to your strap
Great
and
point.
plug in your Acoustasonic.
Yeah, but
Does
still.
it work
And
when
be
it's
done.
charging though? Like, can you
Right.
have it engaged? while it's
Probably.
If you had a
plugged in?
very long
Why?
cable, but you would need a like
No,
dual
duct tape it to
cables.
your strap.
Oh, maybe there's some.
You don't have gaff tape
cable
on
company.
tour? Take gaff tape to your shop.
Cable.
You're gonna have cables running all over, battery packs hanging
Cable
off.
man, hello.
You have that,
More
and then
machine than man.
you also have a submarine pickup on there. You got like 3 cables coming out.
And you've got a virtual jack. And you've got...
All right, everyone, I'm ready for my
You got
Acoustasonic
a
set.
jam stick on there too.
I'm ready for my Acoustasonic set.
Like,
I'm ready to go.
I can only stay in this 3-foot radius.
This one's called Wonderwall. Excuse me.
Anyway, there's Wonderwall. Has anyone used an Acoustasonic live, like at a show, like on a tour or anything? Have you done it, Emily?
I don't believe in acoustic guitar.
No, my singer
Okay.
has. And she likes
Because I feel like it could be a solution. Because I used to play a lot of gigs with my Taylor, and I had to put the sound hole thing in, and I think that didn't do great because of the feedback, and I never thought I got a great acoustic guitar sound. So if this gives a better sound live, I mean, maybe it's a great thing to have. I don't know.
It doesn't I'm going to quote Jessica Dobson on this. It doesn't do a great job at being an acoustic guitar, and it doesn't do a great job at being an electric guitar, but it's pretty fun.
Like here's what I'd say about it. Like, I think the electric side of it is like a reinvention of the sound of a guitar. Like doesn't sound like an electric guitar.
Cool, yeah.
No, I think it's
the
really
electric
fun.
guitar. I would not be interested in that piece of it, to be honest with you.
Right.
But
The
anyway,
acoustic
yeah.
side of it, like
Fine.
the people who love acoustics and get into the cork sniffery of acoustics, like I don't live in that world. I don't know what they're looking for. To me, the acoustics of it sound great, especially plugged in. It sounds great.
I mean,
but
because when you think about like most acoustic guitars with pickups or mics, they're like you hear it and you're like, that sounds like an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
But I think what I'd
but
say
it never
about the
sounds
sound
great
of it,
to me.
No,
I think what
it
I'd
is
say about the
fun.
sound of it is that it sounds incredibly predictable. Like that's maybe a fancy way of saying boring, but I don't mean boring. But it sounds like, like you're gonna get that same sound every time, sort of situation with it.
Yeah. But that's okay.
I love
because
traveling. I love traveling with an Acoustasonic because it's not too loud for a hotel room.
Yeah.
And you can still hear it unplugged.
Yeah, and at a certain point with the piezo and everything else, how is it any different from any other thin-bodied stage acoustic that's ever come out?
Yeah,
well, it's
that's
because it looks like a Fender, it looks like a Jazzmaster, it looks like a Tele or a Strat, and that matters to performers.
That's the cool part about it.
Yeah, it's the looks of it. It's like,
has anybody shot one out with that Taylor one? That's like the electric acoustic. Has anybody done that?
I'm sure someone has.
P5 or something.
The
I'd be interested to hear that.
From like 2010, like that one.
Yeah, like the 2010. Yeah. Is that any good? I don't even know.
God, I don't even remember. When I worked at Sam Ash for a little bit, I purposely did not take sales on acoustic guitars because I don't care about acoustic guitars.
Right.
And my manager would be like, "Hey, like you want to try to help them?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm not. I like, pedals all day.
So
electrics all day. Acoustics, no, thank you.
You were
I have
that
an
guy that ran
acoustic.
away.
I have an
Oh,
acoustic
absolutely.
guitar on the way to me right now. It shipped like yesterday.
Oh, from who?
It's Eons or something. It's a carbon fiber deal
cool. Oh, very
that
cool.
sells on Amazon. I'd never heard of the brand before, which is not a surprise because it's acoustic. But I was like, carbon fiber. Yeah, I'll try that. Why not? Maybe I can do a video of like hitting it with a hammer or something. I don't know.
I know Mary
Acoustic.
Fender did a couple of videos with the higher end one, the higher end carbon fiber acoustic.
Yeah.
And she liked them a lot, so.
I'll run it over with my car or something and see how carbon
do
fiber
something fun with
really
it.
is.
Yeah.
You
What's
should.
like, what is it? That company, Aristides or whatever. They have. Well, I don't know if theirs is carbon fiber. They have like the composite bodies though.
Right. Yeah.
But that stuff's really cool. I like that.
Cool.
Yeah, I think
is this the Enya that you were talking about?
It might be. That sounds familiar.
Carbon fiber, acoustic, electric guitar.
Enya.
X4 Pro.
I had tried
much
one of
is it?
those that had like the built-in
$899.99.
reverb.
Yeah, that's the
not
one.
cheap.
That's the one.
Not cheap. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's more affordable than I might expect, but it's like it's not a budget like attempt at like copying an acoustic. fiber acoustic. But
4.4 out of 5 stars, baby.
it might be really good. Watch it be my new acoustic guitar. I got that.
Yeah.
I got that Orangewood in a while ago, and because I don't play acoustic, it's sitting here in a case. Like I told them to
Acoustic is
send me the
boring.
baritone, and they haven't.
Don, what was that? The company that you were just talking about?
I forget the company. I was beta testing this guitar, and it was, either composite or carbon fiber, but it had like the built-in reverb and effects. It was kind of an interesting take on all of it, but it just did not feel like anything like an acoustic guitar or sound like just.
Oh, really?
The resonance and
That's
stuff
too
were
bad.
all weird.
Yeah, and the effects that were built in, like the built-in reverb, or it felt more like a gimmick.
like the tone. What's that thing? It's like the.
I'm dropping a link to the Enya in the chat. It is an affiliate link, so I will get Jeff Bezos money if you will buy something.
Well, I'm not going to buy this, but I'm going to buy some shoe glue.
Click my link. We need to start a culture of YouTubers clicking each other's links.
Oh, this looks weird. This looks like if
Click my link.
this looks like if Gucci made a guitar.
I've seen
That's
these.
what
this looks
They
like.
look fine to me. I wonder how they sound.
I will say
That-
the case looks sick.
That gold
The
ring
case
around the
is just
sound
like,
hole and like the hexagon pattern. It does have like a high fashion sort of like thing.
I just bought shoe glue through your link, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
It
If
was
the
called
dudes
the
in
lava, by the way.
If the dudes in
$900,
Polyphia,
The
played,
lava,
15% off
not
coupon
a-
right now.
if the dudes in Polyphia didn't play Ibanez, but they all played acoustics, I feel like they would play these. Just based off looks solely.
Right.
You know,
They're
this
very
is
not
an
the most
attractive
expensive.
guitar, and it's got 15% off right now.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not the most
damn.
expensive guitar, carbon fiber.
No,
Or
of
you
course
can
not.
pay $50 a month for 18 months with an interest-free upon arrival to Amazon Rewards Visa card. Jeff Bezos
So it's
money.
really $755. The Affirm though, that works.
Damn you,
I do
Bezos.
copywriting.
Yeah,
It works
I'm an
really
Amazon
well.
shill. I'm sorry, everyone.
Everyone who's watching right now, buy that guitar so that when I do my demo, we can all be informed on it.
If people return
all
stuff,
get it the same
Ryan,
way.
if people return
Yeah.
things after they buy them, do you still get paid?
Everyone can have an opinion on it as the demo launches. I'm gonna persuade 72 people into buying a guitar before I even film it.
That would be
That's the
so
kind of power
amazing.
you have.
If I
Great-
had
Good
if I
power
had that
comes with
power,
great responsibility.
oh my gosh, if I had that marketing power, like I probably would I don't know what I'd be doing.
My brother in
You'd be-
Christ.
you'd be-
That's
you'd
what
be
made me do
The
this.
USB charger,
I was
guys.
sitting waiting for my wife to come out of an appointment, and I was like, I'm gonna buy an aluminum neck. I was like, Ryan did a video with this. I'm gonna do it. Let's go. It's like 1 in the afternoon.
They're
hungry.
great,
I
Mac,
agree,
and
the
you got
thing
a
looks
great one.
Cool.
It's so awesome. I love it so much. Wait, what'd you say though, Emily? That has it has a charger?
Yeah, you gotta charge it
Oh
with a
no. Is it
But
at
I
least
don't
USB-C?
mind that. I'm not hung up
No,
on
it's
that.
not. That's
guys.
what pisses me off. None of these things are USB-C. They're all like the
is it
micro.
B?
head.
The micro.
Oh, and you
or
only
the
have
mini.
The
Chorus
micro
and
sucks.
wait, hold on.
It's
Oh,
better
so it has
than nothing.
chorus, it has reverb, and then it has chorus and delay.
It has that Roland Microcube knob that gives you 3
Right.
options on one knob.
Oh
little
no, that's
Reminds me of
on
like
like the
that reminds me of
Fender
like
Jams too.
the old like the Line 6 Spider 3s where it's
Yeah,
like
totally.
flanger, phaser, and then
Yes.
Destruction.
Like that.
Are-
flanger,
Okay.
flanger, and make your parents mad.
It's only
Line
2 times
6?
sturdier. It's only 2 times sturdier than mahogany necks. Only.
Only well, that means
How
it's
did-
what 95 times more sturdy than a Gibson neck.
Did you see the
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
video portion of the picture? The screen grab with that?
The guy
No.
singing.
The guy singing?
He looks like he's in
He's in
pain.
pain.
Oh,
He's
singing a
singing his
Post
soul
Malone.
out. He's
It's a
singing out
Post-
his
it's a Post
his-
Malone
Because he's got to play
cover,
this
too.
guitar.
yeah.
And
He's
you guys don't know him? Come on.
he's jamming out. He's doing his thing. He's got a cool hat on. He's got a cool
It's-
necklace on.
Okay.
He's playing a
if,
C
if
chord.
y'all are listening, there's like it's a very intense stereo. effect.
Yeah, I started
Video
playing it. I had to
is
turn it off
on.
because it's intense.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
mic
so
that.
like
It
the
looks
low
very
end is over
emo.
here and the high end is over here.
That's what that guitar sounds like. It sounds stereo.
It's like the
Be
thumb.
right
I
back.
don't understand why the thumb is on one side of my ear and
You
then
know-
the upstroke is on another.
You know how acoustic guitars sound stereo?
Yeah.
Oh, this guitar sounds
It's
like it's
over
coming
here.
from
It's over here.
multiple
It's over here. It's over
locations.
Yeah, the next demo that you do, just set up a mic and then just run around it with the acoustic. That's what you have to do. That's the true. Everyone knows that's how acoustics are meant to be played. In
Well, you put-
motion, sprinting around a room.
You put the
He's gonna play it,
microphone on
Steve's
like
gonna run
on a
around the room.
mobile that slowly rotates around.
Like
Oh.
a gyroscope around you. Just
Oh,
You
that's
gotta
a great
get you gotta
idea.
get that Dolby Atmos somehow.
You get that
right.
Leslie
That's right.
You
sound.
gotta have
you
a
know?
ceiling fan. There's
that's
a ceiling
how-
fan with it tied down behind you.
That's
The
how
problem is that you
lossless,
can-
mastering happens at Apple.
The problem is that you can only like play for about 45 seconds because that's when the cable like wraps
starts
too much
wrapping.
around the top of the thing on the
pops out.
mobile. Yeah.
The next 18 minutes of the demo are just. You're just like, this sounds amazing, everyone.
Right. Or if you're a poor person and you can't afford the microphone mobile that goes around you, you just sit in an office chair and play while you spin.
You have your kids run around.
Dad,
can we stop? Dad, I want to go outside.
That's
No,
a great-
I'm
that's
filming
a
a
great
demo for
idea.
YouTube, kids.
Get
You
that-
can do that.
Relax.
I can do that. I can do that. It's just like you're playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And just spinning around like this.
Get that dizzy mic sound. And the problem
That
is that,
would
like the
work.
moment you do that, the moment you commit to something dumb, you become famous. And now you have to do that at shows. You have to do it every time you record. You have to do the chair spin or people get upset.
I
Like,
feel like-
You gotta-
Peter
you
Frampton
gotta
is
pour with
married
an
to a
office
talk.
chair.
Oh,
Peter Frampton is married to a talk box for the rest of his life. Because
Oh, totally.
one
Oh, that's
thing.
that's true.
Yeah, he's like, please, I don't want to put this in my mouth, and his producers are like, do it.
please don't
Put it in your
put the
mouth.
tube in my mouth
I don't wanna
anymore.
do
Put it
like-
in there.
Do the thing, Peter.
Get it in
Do the
there.
thing.
Suck it, Peter.
Suck the tube, Peter.
Where-
Put that
this
thing in
is-
your mouth.
See, this is all a joke, but like this, we're actually uncovering some like super deep Peter Frampton conspiracy theory where he's just
He's a
getting
good tipper.
annihilated. He's just getting annihilated by his producers on like a weekly basis.
Right.
He's
No
fine.
one
He's a good
sleep
tipper.
with a
He's nice
tube in
guy.
his mouth.
I feel
Man,
like it would
we
be
are we
a
are
fun
not enough for
conversation.
Kyle B in this chat. He's like, when's Rhett Shaw coming on? When's Rhett Shaw coming
Yeah,
on?
he's
Am
asking
I
about
not
Rick
enough
Taylor
for you,
too, yeah.
Kyle?
Ricky, when's Ricky B popping
Yeah,
up?
Ricky B.
When
yeah.
is
The
Rick coming
second-
on?
The second,
Am I not enough?
Do you
hold
guys
on,
Why are you
use-
calling Brett Show?
hold on.
Do you
hold on,
guys
hold
use
on.
Marco Polo? Do you know
Hold
what
on.
Marco Polo is?
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So
Well,
it's like a video walkie-talkie you can do with your friends. I have Marco Polo, and there's only two people. I'm about to YouTuber demo, right?
Name-
There's only two people I
name
talk to
drop.
are Marco Polo, my wife who got me onto it, and Josh Scott who's on
Oh,
there.
really?
But
Oh,
I
awesome.
have Rhett Scholl on here because we were chatting at the
Oh.
last NAMM.
Brett Show.
Do I use this as my
Do it.
first?
Oh, do it.
Do
Oh,
it.
we would love to see
Oh.
Brett.
I am about to Marco Polo Rhett Scholl.
I'm gonna
Marco
While I'm
Polo,
live.
Rhett Shaw.
I'm gonna be.
Tell my
Hey
question.
Red, this is the first time I've hit you up on Marco Polo. You gave me your information at Winter NAMM. I'm doing a live stream right now, and Kyle B, he asked what time is Rhett Scholl coming on, but he spelled your name with a $sign. So
Ooh,
I don't know if you want to
rude.
show up and yell at Kyle B. You're probably busy doing Rhett Scholl things, which I would be doing too if I was Rhett Scholl. So, anyways, sorry for interrupting your Rhett Scholl things. Bye, Rhett.
You're Red Show.
Brett Show thing.
Wayne Baker's not going to be happy until
First-
Herman Lee shows
Yeah,
up.
first off, if Herman Lee popped up, I would lose my mind. I would shit an actual entire.
That'd be
room.
awesome.
That'd be amazing. Also, I'll be Rick Beato for
Unhide.
you.
Unhide
Ready?
Kyle B.
Be my Rick
Ready?
Beato.
Okay.
Yes,
Ready?
please.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on,
Damien,
wait,
do
ready?
something like
Ready?
Unhide.
it's cool to use these diminished arpeggios.
Oh my goodness.
Like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So
It's this the most like crazy atonal, but
Isn't that
also
so
really
funny?
amazing solo, and just like over
Yeah.
like the most like reverbed out like C diminished whatever chord
That's right.
on
That's
Instagram,
right. That's right.
where I watch him 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just like, well,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
not
I
gonna touch
give
my
up.
guitar today. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
fuck
I
that,
give
man.
up.
Oh my god.
Ryan, who was it that bought Red Shell the what was it, bourbon or something that you gave him at Winter Name?
Oh,
Who was that?
it
That was
might
a
have been
great video.
Kyle.
Was it
It might
Kyle?
have been-
Kyle.
it might have
is
been
in
It was
love with him.
Kyle.
I think it was Kyle.
Nice. That was
He-
so funny.
That
he
was
like
the
super,
drink,
he
right?
like super chatted me the week before or something like that.
Yeah,
And-
he paid for it. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to use that money to buy a drink. And he's like, no. I'm like, I'm going to do it. And he's like, actually, yeah, do it. It was Kyle. I knew it.
No one buys
was-
me
that was me.
alcohol.
Kyle.
I
good
bought you
job.
alcohol
Oh
when we
no,
were.
I bought me alcohol. What are you talking about?
Okay, the
I'm
answer
coming out
to
of
what
it.
you
You know,
contribute
I
to.
remember.
Here we go.
Be myself here.
You know, I don't want to
No, you-
encourage excessive drinking, but I remember the Steve and Joe Branton drink off.
Oh,
That sounded like a good time.
that was. I think that was peak drinking for this podcast, and it's all
I
been
think
down.
it probably.
Yeah, it's all been.
Drunk.
I've never.
I
Drunk,
was-
sewed. Drunk,
I've never
sewed.
seen anyone
Yeah,
drink like
sewed.
Joe. I've never
I
seen
was
anyone
Really?
drink like
Is
Joe.
that right? Is he-
Don't
he's a drinker,
try
isn't he?
to out drink British people first of all. But Ryan, you did get me to that Taylor party where y'all were getting like $50 shots of scotch.
Yeah, that was a fun party.
I can't
That
do
was a
that.
great party.
And they're like, not enough people showed up, and the staff was. You could tell they were nervous about it because there's all this food, and Taylor probably paid all this money for an open bar, so they were just like, "Can we get you some? Can we get you something? Can we get you something?" And we're like, "What's at the
Yeah.
top of the shelf?"
Yeah, it was like the tippy top shelf.
Load me up, sir. This
Yeah.
cup, this cup, all the way. Thanks.
And it was like
Fancy food too.
it was this
yeah.
super classy party, like
Really nice.
top story of a hotel bar sort of thing. And they had all this food out, and I was like living in a National Lampoon's movie where I was just like clearing the silver tray onto my plate. And
There was some good food. This little like croquetas or something.
yeah. And they had paella.
Oh yeah, they did.
Where was this?
Estas
In LA?
en Bahia?
Ma'am.
It was in Anaheim, across
Okay.
the street from Disneyland at some hotel.
That makes
That,
makes
looked like
the
a nice
Martinez and
hotel
me
of the
be
stuff that
excited.
you did broadcast on.
What was that?
It looked like it was a nice hotel that you guys were staying at.
Oh, well, no, we weren't staying there. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
went to a party there.
Okay.
No, I was
Steve-
like at the fucking Holiday Inn Express or something.
Steve and I stayed in like a business hotel.
Oh, those are fun.
Ooh.
That I
Ryan,
think was
Ryan, you deserve it though, man. I heard the story about you like hanging out with Mark Ignasi at the Gibson garage. Like you get the special treatment, which you deserve. Don't get me wrong.
okay. Like, guys, like I mean this seriously. Like in my head, I still just started this, and I'm still like first year Ryan of doing demos in a bedroom. But then, like, I was on the phone having a meeting with a retailer to do like their affiliate thing the other day. Oh, it was Z-Sounds. I already said on the Facebook group.
The sounds.
I got on the Z-Sounds affiliate link thing.
They were a thing.
But he's talking to me, and he was like talking about like, oh yeah, we work with like small channels and medium channels and big channels like you. I was like, what do you mean?
Me? Oh.
I guess I'm.
You've made it.
I still don't
You
feel
made
like I still don't feel like I'm a big
You
channel.
got 6 figures.
Dude, you're
Yeah,
there, man.
how many subscribers? I
I'm
asked
not
you
making
earlier.
6 figures. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
Unless
I mean,
everyone
I mean-
signs up for the
I mean, you know,
Patreon.
I mean, you know,
Sign
Beato,
up
but you're
for
doing
Big
all right.
I don't know Beato. I've been in the same courtyard as him.
He said you are no Beato.
I said
Oh,
you're
I'm no.
Beato.
Okay. I'm no Beato. Yeah.
Is
I'm no-
Beato
Hip-hop
like-
un Beato.
No, I like. There's a bunch of like. I'm on the top side of the middle. I'll admit
Yeah.
that.
Really? I
Yeah.
think you're better than that, but okay, all right.
It's
you know, you know the business better than I do.
I'll be right back,
bell
guys.
curve. It's a bell curve.
He's
Where's
done.
he going?
Yeah,
Where's he going?
I-
don't know. He's got-
Kyle,
he's got family
Kyle B, I
stuff.
like what you're saying. What time does Josh Scott come on? That would be fun.
Oh, we love Josh Scott on. That was great.
Or
Is RJ still in the chat? He was at the beginning of the stream.
Huh.
That's true. RJ was around.
Apparently, we should all be on Marco Polo.
$20 pedals. I don't know. I'm weird with the $20 pedals. I as much as I like I can just try a bunch of stuff. I feel like I've been playing for long enough, and I have enough stuff that I'm like, I don't. I've messed with phasers.
I think it's good if you're like, I've never played a phaser before.
Yeah.
I've never messed
If you're phaser curious, I think it's a good.
I was trying to think of a better joke.
Has anybody ever used a phaser for ambient guitar?
I got nothing.
For what?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
For ambient guitar? The
Oh,
phaser?
Oh yeah. I had I bought a I think a 70s phase 90 a few months ago that I wound up flipping. But yeah, it was awesome. I had that on my board, and I was using that with the Old Blood Noise Endeavors Dark Star. And those two together were just like amazing. Really, 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 really subtle
nice
phasing on that with the reverb was just like, oh. But I'm a chorus boy.
I love chorus.
I used to be very resistant to chorus. I was like, oh no, chorus is dumb. No.
I've been playing my Roland JC40 in band practice lately, and I just absolutely forgot how much I love chorus.
Yeah, I've done a deep dive on the chorus stuff, gone through every, go on the Gear Page forums and go through all those pedals. It's crazy because 80s kid, growing up with all the 80s songs with the chorus.
Totally. It's awesome.
See, I wasn't even an 80s kid. It's just like I just like what it does. I just like how it just makes everything just a little more
sweeter.
Like I have the Old Blood Noise Endeavors reflector on my board, which is on a table right now. That it's like, I love that pedal because it does amazing chorusing, but you can also do like some crazy octavey stuff with it. So I use that for like a pitch, either like an octave or like a fifth harmony sort of thing.
Sorry guys, I felt so awkward in that conversation. I had to leave for a while until it changed.
So we never
okay. You're excused. Yeah. You're excused. We'll allow it. That's fine. Robert specifically will allow it.
My kids just got home from trunk or treating with the grandparents.
Oh, that's cool.
Lauren's not here, so I told them 10 minutes, and then I got to make them dinner. So we got 10 minutes.
I mean, I was gonna go too. Honestly, there's a Tide World Series game I want to watch.
I have a quick question for you, Ryan. Somebody asked me that if the spring that you did for the Jazzmaster stuff, have you ever tried it in a standard Jazzmaster or Jaguar trim?
I have not yet. That is a good question, though. And Robert and I have some stuff coming up. I need to test a bunch of solutions that we've come up with.
Cool.
I should try that.
I didn't know if you did or not. I can't answer him. I says, well,
I'd imagine it would work similar. It would feel firmer, which could be good for someone who's like going to go
with like 12s or 13s or 11s like that. Yeah.
Or like on like base 6 or something like that. Maybe it would be a good option for that sort of thing.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Ryan.
Yeah, I think
it's time.
Ryan's an official guitar dad. We know how it is, dude.
Yeah.
Wait. Was it Don? Was it Don or was it Ryan? Oh, yeah, hi, Emily. Okay. Oh,
hi, Emily.
Emily's out.
I haven't gotten a Marco Polo from Rhett Scholl yet.
Don, you're an official guitar dad too.
It's catching.
I could just have
I tell you what, if I had ones running around, they'd be 37 years old and 39 years old.
So you've been there, Robert. You've been there, done that, dude.
Can I be a guitar cat dad?
Yeah, that's allowed.
Yeah,
I'm definitely all inclusive. We're definitely all inclusive. You don't have to be any.
We like cats.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, guys. I think I gotta go.
Yep.
I think you gotta go, Ryan.
All right. We've got 2 hours anyways. This is plenty of time.
Go eat all your kids' candy. Just take all of it.
Yeah.
I have a fun video I'm gonna drop tomorrow. I'll be surprised if many people make it to the end, but it's worth making it to the end. I'll say that. All right.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.